What is up, everyone? Well, that's weird in the chat there. It's not actually Heroes Cataclysm. I'm Dr. Diz DM, the DM of this game, and we'll just kind of jump right into where we left off last time, which was about a month ago. The party had went up into the upper district of Elturel, which is actually in the middle of the town, up on a hill there, and part of the party went to speak with some shopkeepers, and two of the members actually went on a mission to gather some information. Maybe, I'm not sure how much information they got, but it was enjoyable, at least for me. I enjoyed that. So and I think they're the two parts of the party are going to rejoin here shortly, so we'll jump back into
parts.
Yes. Rejoining the parts, name of this episode. All right. Alrighty. So I guess we had left off with the second team, which was Kyrie and JD, right? Yes. So I guess we'll pick back up with you guys on your way back over. Were you doing anything else there?
I was just heading straight for the blacksmith to find the others. I don't know if JD was gonna sneak off since nobody knows where he is. And do invisible shit.
Okay. So you guys are on your way back, unless you're gonna tell me that you're doing anything else. Okay. Then you guys would see the other half of your team coming out of the enchanter's shop there, the magic shop, Temple of the Spellbinds, and they were probably kind of talking with each other, chatting, and they may not actually, see you right off the bat. They might be even looking around for I think you guys are going to head to the blacksmith. Is that correct?
I believe so.
Believe so? Okay. All right. So you guys come out and kind of look down to your right. Just a couple of shops down, you see a sign that kind of looks like an anvil with some horns coming out of the top of it, and it's a pretty good indicator that that is the blacksmith shop. You guys make your way down that way. At this point, Kyrie, you and JD would probably see them, but they don't actually notice you right off. So they would probably actually get to the shop before you guys would get to them, unless you were yelling at them or something. So
nah, I'm not gonna draw attention. I'm just gonna keep heading towards the shop, since it looks like we're heading to the same place.
All right. So as you walk up to the shop there, you hear some clanging inside, but it's it's not like a real high-pitched clang. It's just like a little pinging sound, You can barely hear it from outside. And as you open the door, you walk in. Of course, blacksmith shop is a little warmer, so you just feel the heat kind of rush past you as you open the door. It's you guys, I guess all of you are funneling in there? I guess so, yeah. So I'll go in. Sure. So all of you kind of funnel in there, and what you see is like a counter off to the left-hand side. You see some weapons and stuff kind of lining the walls to the right. And then off to the back and right of the room, you see an anvil and a minotaur standing there with his little tiny hammer, like really tiny in his hand, just hitting on what looks to be like a short sword, just barely tapping on it. He doesn't seem to have noticed that you've come in, so.
Do going to watch the blacksmith very enthusiastically. Oh.
Ding 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 ding. Oh, goodness gracious, that was horrible. Oh, something was definitely in my chest. Oh.
I mean, if you needed that kind of sneeze clean, you should have just told me.
Are you okay? Are you okay, sir?
Oh yes, I'm fine. Sometimes though, some of this soot gets in my nostrils and down into my chest, and it's god awful. Oh, I'm terribly sorry. How unprofessional of me. Hello, welcome to my shop. The Minotaur's Bane. How can I help you?
Pleasure to meet you. We were sent to come visit you from, I believe, a good friend of yours over at the magic shop. I'm looking for his name because I lost it.
Reynard.
Reynard, yes. He mentioned the party and invited me to go, and he said you might be looking for somebody to attend with you.
Oh yes, quite. Yes, all of us business owners here in the city get a +1, and just so happens I am fresh out of +1s. Oh, by the way, I don't mean to be rude at all. Let me introduce myself. My name is Verton Keenhorns, the Minotaur blacksmith.
It's a very pleasure to meet you. My name is Kaylin Evenwood.
Oh, a pleasure. Definitely a pleasure.
Can we get a name repeat for the note takers?
Burton Keenhorns. It's a silent Z, Q, ampersand.
Oh, so Buck named him.
It's
I had
Verton.
nothing to do with this name. Thank you very much.
It's Virtin, and then Keenhorns.
Keen and
Spelled.
horns put
I
together.
thought you said Burton. Verton with a V.
Verton.
Verton. Excellent.
Verton Keenhorns, the Minotaur blacksmith.
Well, Adara, and she'll kind of bow gently. Pleasure to meet you.
Pleasure, as always, my dear.
I'm going to peruse, but I do believe, Kaylin, you may want to have some words. And she's going to kind of just walk around and kind of look around and just kind of dip nose around the store.
Yes. That is a mighty fine blade you are working on. Can you tell me more about it?
Oh, yes. Well, this blade actually will be given to the king here at the party. It's a special decorative blade. One is made around every 10 years, and the old blade gets handed down to the prince at that time. So the blades all go down the family line, as it were, as it goes. So the royal family has quite a collection.
Oh yes, I'm absolutely. I'm not sure if you have noticed. I kind of show towards the glaive and my glaive on my back. Yes, I love a good blade. I don't know what it is. It's just always been I wouldn't necessarily say that I would have made a good blacksmith, but I'm an appreciator of the craft.
Ah, yes, it is a fine and noble profession, but don't take my word for it. I'm a little, it's kind of my thing. So, is there something in particular that I can do for you since Reynard sent you my way? Is there a particular blade or repair work that needs to be done, or?
So about this time, Kyrie
okay.
and JD would have made it to the shop. Okay.
Or at least I assume JD made it.
I was gonna say,
Yeah,
at
we
least
don't
you know
know.
Kyrie made it to the shop.
You guys could have made it to the shop. We'll say.
Well, we know I did. Little invisible halfling ass.
Retractable ass.
Oh, hello, friends.
Ah, good. I've caught up with you.
I thought
More
I'd never
people,
get to
this
see you
is-
again.
Is this something that I can help you with? I'm sorry, we were just having polite conversation over here. I don't mean to be rude.
Oh yes, of course. I don't want to keep you from your work too long. I was just I was curious to know if I understood that you had that +1 spot, and I was wondering if I may accompany you.
Well, I mean, no one else has asked to join the Minotaur at the party. So yes, sure. As long as you don't mind, a Minotaur as your accompaniment.
Oh, you're dashing as ever. Don't put yourself down like that.
Well, flattery will get you everywhere, as they say. Minotaurs are notorious for being weak to flattery.
Oh, it's just pure honesty. Now, tell me, how long have you been in this craft for?
Oh, I have been the owner of this shop for about 10 years, and then I was apprenticed about 15 years before that.
Oh my. You've been at it a long time.
Yes, I have quite the body of work. As far as I know, I'm the only Minotaur blacksmith in the area.
The first one I've ever seen. And the first one I've seen in a while with some proper manners. The other ones
Yeah.
I've came across, they just, I don't want to be insensitive, but they're kind of pigs.
Oh, no. See, you're getting confused. See, there's a difference. See, I am a Minotaur.
No.
You're
no, I
talking
didn't
about
mean-
my cousins, Minotaurs. They're more boorish and crude. They don't get out much, but Minotaurs are very, civilized and know our manners and can get around in polite society, as it were.
Ah, I see. I apologize for the confusion.
Oh, no problem. It happens all the time. I have to apologize for my more rambunctious line of the family. More often than not.
Yes.
So is there
Fine.
anything else that I can help with other than the +1 for the party? Is there something in particular that the group is looking for, or something maybe I can help with? Or...
Kyrie had gone right over to the weapons to look at rapiers.
Okay. So his selection, it looks like he has a pretty wide selection of your basic weapons, basic swords, stuff like that, rapiers, short swords, daggers, basically any of your basic weapons in a +1 flavor, if you're interested in something like that. Nothing
Okay.
else nothing else in the way of a rapier with anything else, but
Okay. Anything that looks particularly violent. We'll put it that way.
in the way of another style weapon, or just
In general, yeah.
in general.
Chose
Just
violence.
roll a perception check as you're perusing the shelves there. We'll see.
God, fuck, what's this character's perception? That's a nat 20.
Whoa!
Very nice.
Hope we don't regret that
So-
one later.
You've noticed the thong underwear that the Minotaur is wearing.
So over in roll 20, if you would, let's just roll. Let's see on the loot table there. So if you want to
Okay.
roll, go ahead and roll for loot items,
Okay.
and you can click for the rarity since we're not actually doing that. We're gonna go with a rare loot there because I don't think he would have anything above that in his shop.
Okay.
And we will select, since you're looking at weapons, just click rare weapon there. We'll see if what pops up.
I can't
Flame
use that,
tongue great
motherfucker.
sword. It's just hanging there on the wall.
Damn it. Okay. Or can I? But no, I'm a two-weapon
I mean,
person.
but
You
can't touch it.
could, but you know,
But
it wouldn't
that's
work
not
out
how
for
I
you.
built her. Okay.
Yeah.
She's going to take note of it.
Okay.
And shit. Out of the people with the group, Kalen's the only one who would potentially be interested with it. Out of who's here. Kalen, did you see this over here? This looks
See what?
Kalen, sorry. Ellen, half asleep. Kalen, did you see this one over here?
See what?
This greatsword. It's not my style, but am I correct in saying that it is more than meets the eye?
Oh.
Oh, yes, of course. The Flame Tongue Greatsword is a very nice item. You definitely have an eye for the niceties of the shop.
Yes, well, I know quality from crap most of the time. This is definitely a beautiful piece.
Oh, thank you. Are any of you proficient with a great sword, by the way? Just, before someone tries to purchase it, want to make sure that they can actually use it.
I believe Kalen here is the only one of our friends who could wield such a weapon.
Definitely too bulky for me.
Well, and he takes it and he grabs the sword off of the display case, kind of moves it around. This, as I said, is a Flame Tongue Great Sword. It has special abilities beyond that of just being a great sword, of course, else it would not be called a Flame Tongue Great Sword, because that's what we do in the trade. We give them obvious names. So, with this sword, when you use the special command word that can be imprinted on the sword here at the shop, then basically it will shine bright light within 40 feet, and it will burst into flames. And if you damage someone with the Flame Tongue sword whilst it is in flames, it deals extra fire damage to the target.
Oh, that sounds absolutely magnificent.
It was quite a feat to make, let me tell you.
Oh, please tell me.
It was quite a feat to make. I don't know what more I can say here.
Oh, I apologize for that remark. I'm just.
It is fine, but it
I've
can
not
be
seen a blade.
yours or another member of the party's for the low sum of 2,200 gold pieces.
Okay, then.
2200.
It's so
Yes.
pretty. Oh, maybe it would be nice to have something. Our good friend over at the magic shop, he gave me this cloak at a very great discount, and it's perfect. It even says so on the label. And she's gonna like take it out of the box and
Not
she's
about the label.
she's gonna wrap it around and say, "It was a nice little half gift, I would say, for later today. You have to look nice."
So you have a oh yes, the cloak of protection, and one of the perfect versions. I would take it.
Says so, right here.
Raynon has been looking for those for quite some time.
He was
To
so
part
gracious
with
to
it.
pardon with him.
To part with it, he must have thought that you were very special.
Oh, please.
And you wouldn't want Reynard to make his companion for the evening feel more special than yours, would you?
At this point, like Adara's just kind of like waltzing around the room with his cloak, like.
So, Kyrie,
Of
with
course
that,
not.
roll a persuasion check.
Can I assist with the dancing?
You
Can
can
I-
either have advantage or you can roll as well.
Harley.
I will give her advantage.
Okay.
Can I also use panache? As an action, you can make a persuasion check contested by a creature's insight check. On a success, a non-hostile
Oh.
creature is charmed by you for 1 minute.
You're gonna charm them. Does
Do they
it
know?
say
I
that?
haven't gotten to use this yet. It
Does
doesn't
it
say
say
that,
that
they
they
know,
know?
so I'm assuming they don't. Because most charm effects will say when it ends, they know
usually
they've been charmed.
say.
This doesn't say
Yeah,
that.
right. Okay. Yes, you can.
And I have advantage.
You have advantage. Yes.
This is gonna be dirty. I hope you guys are ready for this.
She's just waltzing around the room at this point.
Okay, so that's a 16 plus 12, so 28.
Oh my.
Listen, I've been waiting for this kind of shit.
Let the pirate talk, they said. It'll be fun, they said.
She's just trying to get y'all a deal. He's got so many dice moving over there.
He starts to kind of shake his head, and then it just kind of he looks a little confused for a second, and then he smiles at you.
It only
Oof.
lasts a minute, but if necessary, I'll keep re-upping it.
All right.
I mean, of course, I can't let Reynard have better gifts than myself. Okay. The sword. You want the sword, right?
Yes, we were interested in the great sword.
Okay. That
I mean,
is fine.
He's charmed. What are you asking him
Yeah.
to do?
To give us a better price.
Better help.
God, how much of an asshole do I want to be?
You're the sneaky one here.
How much would
Kalen's
you be
broke,
willing
remember this.
to pay for the sword such as this? It is quite good quality. I doubt you will find another of its kind.
The price he quoted was 1,700.
2,200.
I mean 2,200. Sorry, my brain
22.
was thinking my math of what I was going to suggest. How about we go 1,750, and you of course get the company of the lovely Kaylin for this party tonight, and she can advertise your wares wherever she goes with this lovely sword at her disposal.
Oh, I would be honored to to represent this wonderful craftsmanship.
I think that would be a marvelous idea. We'll call it a deal.
Excellent. Am I okay.
Yeah.
I'll buy Kalen's sword. I'll buy it. We can figure this out later. So I said 1750, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Kalen's a broke bitch.
I got it. It's fine. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna shell out for this. While he's still charmed, I'm also going to indicate the rapiers. And what would the price be for something a bit simpler? I'd go for a lighter and more finely tuned weapon than that.
Or, I can probably let it go for how much would you like to pay for the weapons?
Fuck. You said it was a +1 rapier.
Mhm.
What do they charge for those? I don't want to rob this guy blind.
How about, since you know what, I like you so much, I think you have Minotaur blood flowing in your veins somewhere. I think that you know what, give me 450 and we'll call it a deal.
There's one problem with buying Kalen's sword. She doesn't have that much left.
I'll throw some. I have some.
Okay.
too, that I can.
Would you be willing to go 400?
Make a persuasion with advantage with the charm going. And you've only got probably seconds left of the charm at this point.
That's 18.
18. He
That's a shitty
agrees.
roll. Okay. So 400. Adara, if you can chip in 300, that would be appreciated.
Yep.
So it's about to run out. Are you recasting or
Oh yeah, I'm redoing that shit.
can you do this at will, or is there limitations
It's
on
an
it?
action. It's
Yeah.
just an action. There's
Just an
not
action.
a limit. Yeah.
Not a daily limit. Okay. All right.
No.
Okay. So here we go.
I think it
Dangerous.
emphasizes combat
I rolled the
applications.
same
but,
thing. I rolled the same thing. You're probably gonna beat it. Go ahead and roll.
and I'm just roll one.
Yeah, just roll straight this time.
That's another 28.
Yeah. See. Yeah. Okay.
You've been so kind to us, sir. Truly, I'm not sure we'd find a better friend in the shops here. Yes, you've definitely outdone Reynard's kindness.
Well, you know, it is my quest to be the friendliest shopkeeper in town, even though I am the largest, most fierce looking shopkeeper in town.
Oh yes, but you have an absolute heart of gold, let me tell you that.
Well, thank you. I do try. As the poster person for Minotaurs in the area, I have to always put my best hoof forward.
You truly have. So why don't the two of you discuss your plans for tomorrow evening? Was there anyone else who was...
Oh no, the party's in three days.
Oh, well, for the party. Discuss your plans, when you'll meet, things like that. Was there anyone else who was shopping?
Yeah,
No?
Loki was just trying to remember this, but
What?
I'm pretty sure that Reynard was picking me up from the place at a certain time, to which I probably did not write down, but
Yep, it was in 3 days' time. There, I think it was it like 7 p.m. or something?
I was gonna say I think that
Yeah,
sounds right.
he was going to pick you up at the inn at 7,
At
and
the
he was going to
inn.
have something sent to you to wear.
I don't know this, so I can't chime in.
Right.
So, Diz, are
Yes.
those parts by the guns?
The guns are on display. The parts are more back towards like the back of the shop, but it's all kind of open in there.
Where exactly are the guns on display?
So there's like shelving and stuff off to the right that kind of curves around to the far wall from you guys. So just along in there with in between the armor and the weapons and stuff.
So while they're having this conversation about the weapons,
Just check your DM.
depending on if they hear it or not, they JD is working the action and the hammer on this pistol to see
Okay.
what kind of quality it is while he's invisible.
Can you roll stealth?
Yeah.
Yeah. With advantage because you're invisible.
Oh, wow. That would be. That's a 25.
Okay.
It would have been less, but you said advantage, so I got a little better idea.
Yep. So you're inspecting the parts.
I was expecting the gun first to
Oh, the
see
gun?
if it was as nicely made as the revolver that I have. So I was just working the action and the hammer to see how well it functioned.
Okay. So with your expertise in kind of tinkering with things like that, it's pretty well made. It almost looks like firearms that you have seen with guards and stuff like that. Which isn't like top tier quality, but it is, you know, very acceptable quality. So it's like you kind of get the idea that he might do a lot of the work to repair and to provide weapons for the at least the city guard, if not the military that they have.
And so JD looks at it and he sets it back exactly in the position and the angle that he picked it up from.
Okay.
And then you said the parts are somewhere else?
Yep, kind of more to the back of the shop, back over behind where he was working on that dagger or short sword rather.
Okay.
Anything else? Are you investigating those, or are you just is that all for him? Okay.
No, I just wanted to check out the guns.
There. Does anybody's passive perception beat a 25?
No.
Just to check.
Well, I
didn't
mean,
think so. Okay.
I didn't know if they'd heard it because actioning the hammer would have made a noise.
Yeah, I mean, passive perception would be what they would pick up on, unless they were just looking for you or something. So. 1832. Yep. Sounds about right. All right. So are you guys exiting the shop then? Before he comes out of his charm for the second time?
I'm dipping
You gone? Okay.
with my new shiny toys.
Just running out the shop.
Nah,
I would-
casual.
well, Is there would I be meeting you here before the party, or how is that to be arranged? I've never really been to a party myself, so this kind of stuff is a bit foreign to me.
Oh, no, no, I would never have you meet me here. That would be rude. No, I will arrange transportation to meet you at. Where is it that you are staying?
Yes, yes, yes. We are staying at the Howling Queen.
The Howling Queen. Okay. Yes, okay. Well, that is fine. I tell you what, this is what we will do. I will arrange transportation and I will pick you up there, say around. I don't know. Oh, miss. What time is Reynard picking you up?
Oh, yes. I do believe he said 3 days' time, around 7 p.m. And I think he was having something sent for me to wear.
This, I tell you, I will do the same.
Oh, excellent.
I mean,
You
I never
truly are
pass
a
up
gentleman.
the chance to show off to Renard.
And she's gonna kind of like come around Caitlin at this point behind her, and she's gonna kind of look over her shoulder, and she'll be like, "Oh, don't you think red and gold would be stunning with the new sword?"
Oh,
Right.
yes, yes. That is a marvelous idea.
I tell you what, go to the clothiers and pick yourself something out nice and tell them to send the bill to my shop.
Are you sure?
Oh yes, quite. They know me there. That is where I go to get this fine ensemble.
I will say it's very dashing.
Well, thank you. And he kind of bows.
Very. I feel as though the gods have blessed me on this day.
Oh, quite.
Sounded so enthusiastic. Excellent. Well, Kaylin, we should go then. We should go take a look. I think we could find you something stunning.
Oh, yes,
I,
yes.
I must get back to work as well. This sword is not going to inlay itself.
Right
Oh,
before all
thank you.
that happens and they leave, JD reaches out to Prugwin through the comms. It says, Prugwin,
Yes.
ask him if he does socketing to equipment.
Is
And of course,
Prugwin even
I was gonna say, is Prugwin there?
even there? Because I don't know where he's at, to be honest, because I missed the last
You
section.
He would be with the party there, yeah. Yeah, he would be in
Okay.
the
Okay. Sorry, but continue.
Ask him if he does sockets to equipment and weapons. Which Prugwin can't see JD, so that's why I'm sending it through the comms.
Excuse me,
Oh, yes,
sir.
yes, sir.
Yes. Do you provide socketing for equipment?
Socket. Why?
Yes.
Yes, I do. In fact, it's not something that a lot of people ask for, but it is something that I can do. Yes.
Excellent, excellent. So, so I assume I can communicate that back to JD.
You can technically. I think maybe you two or maybe and Huck are the only
three.
ones that
Yep.
have this technology or magic right now.
So Huck heard it, but he
Also,
He
keep in
probably
mind,
has
you
the
can
space
probably
in it.
buy more of them if you're interested.
We don't really know about them, truthfully.
No.
Just throwing that out there.
Thank you, Prugwin. I will have to come back here when I'm visible. Don't want to scare the man.
Thank you, kind sir. Thank you.
It is but a pleasure, sir.
Well, we certainly must be going. Thank you again for allowing me to accompany you. I look forward to being with you on that evening. Kind of give him a kiss on the cheek, and then kind of start heading towards the door.
Oh my!
Damn, Kaylin doesn't even need me.
Yes, I must get back to work now. If you'll excuse me. And he turns around and ding 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 ding.
And scene.
Yes, I hadn't seen.
He is causing that poor sword to have so many divots.
You guys met your first Minotaur.
A Minotaur, not a Minotaur.
Yes. Not a Minotaur, a Minotaur.
A mini Minotaur, though?
He's
Tail on his mind for days.
I mean,
He's full
nobody
size.
asked about the mini Minotaur, but
Like a minor?
A minor tar?
Damn it.
Downhill we go.
Oh, yeah.
So we're
this is
all
where we get to the
outside
good
now,
part
right?
of the evening.
Yeah, we're all
Yes.
outside. Okay.
Yeah.
Are we, though?
As long as JD came outside, I'm not really sure. No, but no, you're not
Not
sure
counting
either.
on his
Wait.
shit.
Wait, hold on. Where is Stanasi still with us? Okay.
Stanasi just been watching
Yes.
this shit go down.
Yeah, we could have.
I've just been sitting in the corner. Just enjoying everything.
Probably going wild because you just watched me kiss a Minotaur.
Nah. No rage.
All right. So if we're all outside,
She's seen worse.
Kyrie's gonna look at the rest of them and say, "Why did I just set Kaylin up with a date?"
Oh, you did wonders.
I got the impression that that was what was happening, but
Oh, yes. Let's just say we found our way into the party.
oh, I wasn't
You
concerned about that. But
you-
it'll be helpful to have more of you there.
Well, at
You
least some of
saved
us
us
will
from
be
what-
allowed to be there.
You
Um,
saved us wonderfully. I'm not very big with that sort of talk.
It's a skill of mine. Let's
You don't
just
say.
say I've gotten some great bargains over the years. But anyway, I don't know if JD's here or not. We found a lead on Eldrick and the others. They apparently went to the other side of town through here earlier today.
Is your holy man going on some adventure?
Let's just say the men I spoke to weren't the most articulate and observant fellas. I'm just grateful we got that much information from them. So all I know is they went to the other side of town and did not linger in this district from what was observed.
I don't blame them.
So are there further things we need to do here, or should we go back to locating our missing paladin?
I think I'm hungry.
We can
Maybe?
grab you a snack on the way, Huck.
Oh, great. Oh, am I hungry? No. No, never mind. No.
Yes.
Okay.
Since it seemed critical that we find him as soon as possible, I think any further shopping could be saved for another time.
Oh, I can't argue
No
with that
argument.
thought.
Fine. We have several days' time. I would say that we have plenty of time if we need to look around later.
Perfect. So off we go to the other side of town, and let's hope JD's following.
I was gonna say
Okay.
she's gonna ask. So did you lose the other one while you were gone, or?
You know, I'm not entirely sure. He was with me when I headed towards the blacksmiths. I don't know where he is now. He's not easy to keep track of unless he's talking.
JD, are you here? So she's gonna look
No
around.
response.
No response.
Who are you talking to?
You can roll perception. I mean, if you are looking around for him.
I will roll perception.
Okay. I'll have you re-roll stealth since you have changed environments there. Which could make
With
it worse.
advantage.
With advantage, because you're
Oh, that's a nat 20. Good luck.
16 plus 5. So mine's 24.
Mine's
she
a
doesn't-
29 with the nat
If
20.
she doesn't see him immediately, she'll use her third eye.
okay.
Ooh. We get spooky with this shit.
Mhm.
Tis the
Big
season
brain.
for this movie.
That's very true. It is
Yes.
spooky season.
Math
feel
out
it.
like a
And she's gonna stop her saying, she's
Halloween
like,
episode.
I know he has to be here somewhere. I can almost feel it in my bones. And she's kind of saying this to herself, and she will close her eyes for a second, and she has her cloak, and she'll kind of pull it over her head for a moment, and you'll see a slight glimmer underneath, and she will use her third eye spell. Let me see, where's that?
Okay, so
Reach as
you
of
get
lights.
you choose which one you want.
Yes, so it would be invisible creatures and objects within 10 feet.
Okay. Which is weird because the other one, whatever. We can get into that later. That's debatable on what that means. But so are you within 10 feet of the door?
I sent you a DM, this.
Okay. All right.
That way you know before she said it, this is what JD was doing.
Okay. All right.
You sent it before I
So,
cast it?
I
I sent it before you said what you were gonna do.
I need both of you to roll a dexterity check, okay?
Oh.
So that is just a d20 plus your dex mod, okay?
Not gonna be his dexterity check, but sure.
No proficiency added, just d20 plus whatever your dex mod is.
I rolled a 19.
Yeah, I did not roll that well.
14 plus 5.
Okay. You keep looking around, but you can't seem to find him. I will let you roll one more perception check against his original stealth if you want to, because there would be some other things playing in here. I mean, you could roll a natural 20, so
I don't know. We'll find out. No, it's a 12.
no. Okay, you can't find him.
No.
Okay. Well, I don't see him close by, but I'm sure he's lurking around somewhere. We'll see.
And as she
decides to join us.
says that she doesn't see him close by, JD reaches up and tugs on her tail.
Well, if you're within 10 feet of me, I should be able to see you.
He's
He
staying
was-
behind you.
He
Oh.
was staying behind you. That's why you rolled dex against each
He's
other.
doing
Okay,
a ring
that's-
around the rosy.
Seems a little sus, but when he pulls her tail, she's gonna cast at him.
Oh,
Okay.
We're
Let it
trying not to
begin.
draw
And
attention.
she's gonna turn and she's going to shocking grasp him.
Shocking grasp. Oh, let me look at that spell real quick.
Ooh, that's a good one.
And as he tugs her tail, she shrieks and turns. Her ears are pinned to her head.
All right, so that is an attack roll. So you have to roll the attack.
Okay, dokie. That is
Clan-
a
Clan-
19 plus 9.
Okay, that's probably gonna hit.
Yep.
Clan, can you roll me a d20 and tell me what you rolled?
I forget what this is. 2d8.
You muted.
You mute.
Sorry,
You muted.
sorry,
We
I'm
have a
muted.
bad problem with muting.
We do, yeah. That was a 4. I rolled a 4 on the d20.
A 4. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. That's what the dice want.
Okay, so
The
that
dice get what they
is
want. So
an 11.
The dice giveth and the dice taketh away.
The 11 of
11
lightning.
points of lightning damage, and you can't take reactions for 6 seconds.
I said, Adora.
Wait, does
Didn't-
damage remove his invisibility? Or is it if he does something, it does?
No,
Usually
if you
depending
take
on what made
damage,
him invisible.
if you take damage, it doesn't turn you
Okay.
visible. It's only if you attack
Okay.
or cast a spell.
So you hear this screech from Adara as she turns and she lays hands on whatever is on her tail. And she just, through gritted teeth, and her eyes at this point are glowing along with her third eye, because at this point I think as she flips, her hood's gonna fly off her head, and all you see is this bright shining light on her forehead. And she's like, "Didn't anyone ever tell you to not touch a tabaxi's tail?"
Oh, who are
Considering
you?
you're the first. No.
Touch that tail again, and I promise you I will put you in a dirt.
We'll
And
see.
she will
what
yank it.
happens.
She will yank it from his hands, and she will walk off.
Oh, I
We're
didn't
gonna
hold
go
on
down.
to it. I literally just done like this and like go.
Well, I don't know because your ass is sharp. But she's gonna yank it, and she's gonna turn and walk away.
Yeah. Your hair would be kind of standing up a little bit with electricity.
Harry's trying not to laugh.
What are you again? Are you a gnome?
I'm a halfling.
Halfling. I couldn't remember what you were. Oh,
But
halfling
he's
hair.
still invisible at the moment.
I mean, she'd have had to like squat down to grab me anyways. I'm 3'6".
Well, she's not too terribly
Well, no,
tall.
I'm saying
I am
like
not too tall.
I'm just saying she'd have to angle
Reach down.
to have shocked me.
Yeah.
I just picture her backhanding and casting
Yeah.
it as she hits you.
Sweet.
Shocking backhand.
What exactly is going on right now?
I'm going to assume that was you, JD.
All you hear is a laugh.
I'll take that as a yes. Shall we continue? Now that we know everyone is here.
I see no reason not to.
Continue.
So you guys make your way back down the same hill that you walked up. At the bottom, you take a left to go to the other side of the town. As you're walking over there, if you're asking around where the tavern is, it's not too terribly hard to find. So
Asking around where what tavern is. What?
We're doing?
were you going? You thought you were going to the other side of town to look for your?
Yeah. I didn't hear
Okay.
shit about a tavern though.
Yeah, you didn't tell us
The
that they went
tavern.
towards the tavern. You just said they went to the other
Yeah,
side
you
of town.
just said they went the other side of town.
So we're heading to a
Okay.
tavern. Excellent.
So you might have heard of a place of interest as a tavern on the other side of town. There's not a lot going on over there. Besides that, there's a few shops, but you know.
Well,
You say there's not a lot. You say there's not a lot going on, but there can be.
Galen, behave yourself. So any guesses as to the most likely place the holy men would have gone?
Church?
We chased them from the church hut.
Another church?
Metal friend is onto something.
Are there any
No.
churches in the area?
Oh, I know. I raise my staff to put more emphasis that I know. Oh.
Huck, you don't have to raise your hand. What?
A sacred location. Ah,
Mystery solved.
they just love those sacred locations, especially the secret ones.
Well, do you know of any around here? Very helpful, thank you.
So, Huck, roll an intelligence check for me. Okay.
Do stuff. Oh, fudge! That is really bad. Intelligentsia. Oh man, that's gonna be a 9.
Huck, are you a low intelligence wizard?
Oh, wait a second. No, I'm sorry, I did that wrong. That's
Are you a low intelligence wizard?
18. But yes, actually.
18? Okay.
18. Wow.
How does that work?
Does anybody know how to play this game?
No.
We make it
So
up as we go.
You rolled an 18, right?
No, I
For the
rolled
intelligence check?
I rolled a 7.
A 7.
And then I mathed.
Math to 18. Okay.
Yes.
You have a plus 11 to your intelligence.
A 7 plus proficiency. Oh no, that's a saving throw. No, it's just a 7. Never mind.
Just a 7? Okay.
Yeah.
Plus intelligence.
I love you,
Dude.
Russ.
Hold on. You are a
Russ.
wizard, right?
Russ, you have a +3 to your intelligence.
Yes, that's what I meant. Back to 9. No, wait. That's still
So
not
a
right.
10.
Oh, wait.
7 plus 3 is 10.
It's a
I
10.
love you, Russ.
It's a 10. A 10. A 10.
Today's episode brought to you by math.
Math.
Make sure you do it, kids, and stay in school.
Stay in
You're gonna kill
school.
Oh my
me.
god.
You're gonna kill
Big
me.
time stay in
A
school.
10.
Math.
Ellen,
once.
we teach Huck to read his own character sheet.
You remember nothing. No. You have no memory of this place.
This is the big reason you need math.
I could have swore I read something in a book about it, but my intellectual faculties are feeling a bit dry.
Someone summon LeVar Burton. We need a book.
Book? Oh, yes. That's exactly what we need. To the library.
No, Huck.
Dids, how much time is
If he tries to
on this
run off,
spell?
I'm grabbing it.
Let's see, you
I
walk
just
down
like,
the hill.
"Oh,
I'd say we're probably at about 45 minutes. So,
Counting the 15 from before.
yes, including
Okay.
that.
So I got 15 left.
Yeah.
All right. Are there any alternative suggestions for finding them?
We could use a divining rod.
From someone other than Huck?
Have we started
Oh.
walking towards the tavern?
Well, as far as you know, that was a slip on my part. That
Well, I mean, that
you don't
direction,
know
I
about
mean.
a tavern. So
That direction.
you're walking in that direction. You're over kind of in that part of town on the northern side.
I'm going to try to hail Sir Eldrick on comms again. Sir Eldrick, can you hear me?
You just get silence.
We're sorry. The
Dead.
paladin you were trying to reach is no longer in service at this time.
But I'm trying to reach you about your car's extended warranty.
Yeah, definitely not available then. Call blocked.
Don't run from the Lord! Don't run from the Lord!
Excuse me.
After I try and I hear nothing, I'd say kind of in a more quiet voice. Still can't reach him.
All right.
So, you guys, everybody just roll a perception check where you're at in this part of town, so you can kind of see maybe some stuff going on.
That's a 10.
So we can see
I just-
stuff.
10.
That is a 16.
Oh, for fucking fuck's sake.
16.
8.
17.
This dice is retired.
JD got a 17.
You said
17.
perception check?
Perception.
Yeah, perception.
I rolled very low that time.
Solid 4. Let's go.
Damn, Huck.
Better
4.
than me.
Hey, did you guys see that it shows up in a feed now? On
It,
the
it,
on
it has
Beyond?
always
It's always
it has
done
always
that.
showed up on the
No,
feed.
not on Roll20, but on D&D Beyond.
It has
D&D
always
Beyond.
showed up in the bottom right
It's
corner.
always-
Really?
Okay.
Always, dude.
Huck, you roll dice. You actually see what looks
you, Russ.
like a church.
Oh no.
I
Oh
see.
no.
Oh boy.
I mean,
I get so surprised that he actually sees something he doesn't know what to do.
What to do? Oh no!
Kyrie's gonna sigh a little bit and turn to look where Huck's pointing. Like, good God, what is he doing now?
You guys just see
Yeah.
Huck just stare off into the distance at something.
did I do it right this time? Is that?
You did marvelously, friend.
Oh, yay!
Excellent job, Huck.
Oh, great!
So we head for the church?
Oh, yes, maybe they have books. I've always wanted to
We
try
have-
on some healing spells.
We head for the church.
I want some multi-class cleric.
Okay, so you guys walk up to the church, and it is not the best kept building, but in the neighborhood you're in, it's probably the best in the neighborhood. It's a smaller building for a church, but it has a symbol above the door, which is on like wood. And it's kind of the paint is kind of faded and chipped and stuff like that. But it looks to be like a sword coming down, and off of the hilts comes down. It looks like there's little trays on chains coming off the hilt on either side. And then in the background, there's kind of like some wings that kind of come out from where the hilt is as well.
Ah, the Church of the Flying Blade. Majestic.
I don't think that's what it's called. I could be wrong. Religion's not really my thing.
Are any of us familiar with who the hell's church this is?
Can I see if
Is
I
anybody proficient
know?
in religion?
I was gonna say I
No.
have a plus 8.
I'm a motherfucking heathen.
Not proficient though. Or
Same.
no, I
Okay.
am proficient in religion. I'm sorry. I was
Oh,
looking
okay,
for that one.
then you can roll a straight roll. Anybody who wants to roll and is not proficient, you roll like with disadvantage.
Like with disadvantage.
With
Is there any?
disadvantage,
I mean,
because apparently you haven't
I'd
been
have to
reading
get-
your books. Natural 20.
I was gonna say I'd really fuck
So-
this up with a
so a
plus
28.
28. All right. So, for some reason, you recognize this as a church to the deity Kelimvor.
Deity, what is it called?
Kelimvor.
Asking for a friend. How do you spell thank you?
Kelemvor.
Yes, actually. And she's gonna pause for a moment and she's gonna kind of close her eyes a little bit. She's gonna be like, something speaking. I believe this is of the deity of Kelimvor. Do I know like what they're known for? Do I know any other background information?
With the natural 20, you do know some more about that. The deity Kelimvor is known as kind of the gatekeeper between the material plane and the afterlife. He's kind of like the judge You have to
Judge of the
pass.
damned and the Lord of the
You have to pass through his city and be judged before you can move on to the afterlife.
So as she's kind of introducing this and her eyes are closed, you'll kind of see her like walking around, her eyes still closed, and she's kind of slowly like touching whatever it may be there, like an altar or whatever, and she's just kind of repeating those words, you know, God and judge of the afterlife. It's where we go when we pass on to see if we deserve what we deserve.
Oh, so he's the one I dodged 18 years ago. Good to know.
You know, I've never understood how a gatekeeper can do their job without a keymaster. If you just keep a gate, it's not exactly that special. I
Well,
could just
It's a
walk up and
metaphorical
gate.
gate.
are you the
Metaphorical.
key master?
Oh no.
Either way, I'd be wary of saying that you've dodged his bullets, at least in the church.
Well, can we reach out and see if there's any point in us going in?
Oh, I thought we already went in, but I could be
No,
wrong.
I mean you're still outside. You have to
Oh,
you're debating
I'm
going in.
saying this.
Going
I'm
in.
saying this as I'm touching the door.
Okay. All right. So you open the door. The hinges squeak. It is just a single door entry. It's not like even double doors that open up. It's like you're going into, somebody's house that's been converted into a chapel or something. As you walk in, there are it's kind of nicely laid out, as it seems like the best someone could do. It's actually better than you expected from the outside. There is like hardwood floor that seems to be relatively cleaned. There is carpet that goes up the center of an aisle where there's about 3 pews on each side, and there is just like an altar pulpit up at the very end of the room there. On the right and left hand side, there are some stained glass windows. Some of them have a little bit of damage. You see what looks to be on one a skeletal hand holding what seems to be scales, but they're evenly balanced. And over on the left hand side, you pick up on one that is still pretty well intact, of what looks to be an angel type silhouette, holding a sword like straight up into the air. The others are too damaged to really kind of make out what they are. And as you walk in, you notice that there is nobody in the room, but immediately a door opens to the back and left of the room, and you see what you would assume to be a holy man come out in like these old looking robes, like light brown in color, a little balding, some hair around the sides, and human. And he walks out holding a book in his hand as he closes it and says, "Hello, are you here for service?"
Oh, I'm not qualified to speak at all. But that's a nice book.
Oh, thank you. I would share it with you if you would stay a while.
Oh, yes, let's do. I'm going to pull out mine too. We're going to book buddies.
And he walks over and says,
Go ahead.
as you can see, he opens his book and says, "It has many good verses here. You can learn much by these parables. And they are short, so not to take up much of your time, but to add to your day. See, this one is, there is no repentance after death. Because you're dead, of course, so."
Oh, that's very sensical. Yes.
Yes.
Go on.
And this one here,
Yeah.
never praise life in front of death, or the beautiful day in front of night.
Oh, because it's gloating.
It is, yes, very good, very good.
See, I'm going to turn back to the party. See, I understand. Yes.
Good job, friend.
Yes.
Pardon me. I do hate to interrupt. Your teaching here. He could probably use it. However, we were looking for some friends of ours, also some holy men, a paladin, and another friend who I can't remember who he is or what he is technically. I think he might have been another paladin, wasn't he?
Leonard is a cleric.
Leonard is a cleric. And a cleric. We seem to have lost them. We figured they might have come here.
A cleric, and of what deity?
Anwir.
And where? Yes. They seem to be more popular than Hellenvor as of late.
Oh, I'm going to pat his shoulder. Oh, poor fellow.
It is fine. We do what we can to spread the word. But I have not seen a cleric come through here. Do they have any interest in Kelmvor or any other interest in this part of town? What were they doing? Maybe I can direct you.
Well, we're actually not 100% sure where they went off to. But usually they don't go off too far. Would there be anywhere else that maybe they would have visited on this side of town?
I'll roll to see if he knows.
Diz, is this guy standing near one of the pews?
Yeah. I mean, I imagine you guys are standing kind of in the middle of the church, and he kind of walked over to you guys in the middle there.
So I figure that the time frame that's taking place, JD's gonna materialize standing on a pew right beside the guy's head.
Oh God! This gave me a dreadful fright. What is the meaning of this sneaking about?
Oh,
And
I have no control over that magic. Had it cast upon me, and it wore off. I just had to get closer so I could hear what you were saying about my friends.
Magic is an element of chaos that we don't partake of anymore in the Church of Kellenbor. We believe in balance, everything in its right place, not to mess with the balance of nature. And as you can see, here in many verses, it tells how we should not, in the New Testament of the book of Kellenbor.
Oh, but why? What happened?
You can see here in chapter 1 of Adrith, you can see everything in its right place.
So you're druids?
No, we are not druids.
They're the only ones I know that care about balance.
I did not take you to be a holy man, to understand, of course. If your party members are anything like the rest of you, then maybe they're at the tavern. There is a tavern that many soldiers hang out, and maybe they're there. It's the only thing of interest in this part of town, other than setting your soul on the correct path.
When you say soldiers, do you mean the Hell Riders as well?
Yes. It's called the Bent Helm.
A bent helm.
Could use a good drink right about now.
He walks over to Huck and says, "Here, sir. Take this with you. I will find another. I feel that you need it, as you seem to be a man of learning amongst heathens. Maybe you can be a light to them and show them that Kellenvor is the way."
I swear this. Thank you.
Very well.
Oh, it's a good one. A real page turner.
Oh god.
Someone's got to teach this dude to read at some
Dara's
point.
just gonna kind of giggle a little bit, just knowing that she feels like she kind of set him up for this slight failure.
I can't actually read words.
I know you can.
Yeah.
You just don't.
Long story.
We thank you for your kindness. I apologize for the fright. We will check out the tavern. We wish you well.
Please do. Come back when you want to hear the good word of Kellenvor. When you renounce these ways of magic and chaos.
Yes.
As he says that, JD kind of chuckles, walks past Huck, hits him on the leg, and goes, "Gives you the book, and you're the one who turned me invisible." And just starts walking towards the door.
I don't know what you're talking about. I am just... I don't remember that. I'm pretty sure, mildly. I'm gonna follow.
The man turns and walks back towards the room that he came out of. All right, so as you guys make your way out, it's not too hard to find the dented helm from here.
Bent helm?
Bent helm, dented helm.
The bent helm.
Bent helm.
I was gonna say I'm fine with whichever. I just need to know which one it is.
Bent helm. The bent helm.
Thank goodness we're out of that place.
Oh, didn't you like it? If you miss it already, I could.
No, thank you, Huck.
Maybe later.
Kind gesture. Religion's not for me.
Oh, it really seems more like a way of life. I mean, it didn't exactly feel all
They're all the same in my eyes, Huck. Not for me.
Oh, okay.
Personally, I find it
constipated.
best to not taunt gods that I've slighted.
That's probably wise.
All right, so you make your way over to the bent helm, and it also doesn't look like it's the best place to hang out. It looks kind of like a dive bar, and there are a few soldiers just kind of hanging out outside. JD, you would recognize them as Hell Riders.
Adara just walks right in.
Okay, just walk right past them. They don't seem to pay you any mind.
She'll kind of look at them and nod as she walks in, just out of the kind gesture with a smile.
Caitlin's gonna just walk in and head straight towards the bar.
I'm gonna do the same. I'll join you. She doesn't know it. She's still storming.
Kyrie's ignoring them as she walks in, not acknowledging they're there.
Yeah, they don't
Okay.
exist. We're walking right in.
As you walk in, there are a few patrons in here. Most of them look to be guards of the city, Probably Hell Riders possibly in there. There are a few others that you would kind of pick up as just maybe locals in there drinking and stuff like that. And behind the bar is a female elf, long black hair, and wearing like a black like robe, or dress rather, probably cinched at the waist. She has like several earrings in one exposed ear. You walk over to the bar and she's serving some drinks to some other patrons there. Looks over and sees you.
Hello, welcome to the Bended Helm.
Hello.
Hello.
There, food or drink that you may be interested in?
I dare say both sound fabulous.
Well, I have quite a assortment of both.
What's the bar look like, Diz, as far
I've
as
gone
occupants?
before.
Occupants, I'd say
Just
it's
up
not
at the bar itself.
Oh, just at the bar. So it's not a huge like establishment itself. There's probably about 6 tables, smaller tables around the perimeter, and at the bar there are probably about 4 or 5 individuals kind of up at the bar.
Is one end open as far as nobody else at?
Yeah,
JD's
kind
gonna
of.
go to the far end that nobody else is at, from not from his group, but just from the other occupants, and sit down.
Okay.
Well, if you're interested in the specials, I have a oxen stew with some sharp cheese and a tankard of cider. Or I have a dire pig steamed bun and a tankard of beer. Or I have octopus soup with peas and a glass of wine.
You and your goddamn tentacles.
Those sound great.
I'll take the dire pig special, please. And we were also looking for a few companions of ours. We were wondering if maybe we'd be able to check with you if they'd been in here.
Sure. What is their description? I'll help if I can.
A few holy men. One of them a paladin, full armor, slightly uptight fellow, and an older gentleman, a cleric, gray robes, long beard. They also had in Yarman's a half elf, right?
He is
Okay.
full elf, I do believe.
He's an elf. Okay. And an elvish monk as well.
Were these gentlemen perhaps members of the Church of Anwar?
Yes. Have you seen them?
Yes. I have seen them, actually. They came in here asking for information.
And would you be willing to share this information or anything about their whereabouts?
I can, yeah. I mean, that's fine. I don't care to share some information. It's just these are hard times for a simple barkeep such as I, and a little loosening of the tongue is always helped.
As
a
she
little bit
says
of
that,
coin.
she hears a hard thud at the far end of the bar, and there's a gold that's slammed onto the end of the bar.
Oh,
Thank you
yeah,
for
I
saying that
think-
it was a gold.
Yeah.
I ain't naked yet.
Clan's trying to get revenge.
She'll go and she'll take the gold. Oh yes,
J-
this actually
JD.
loosens the tongue very well.
JD has a finger on it as she grabs it.
Can you? Excuse
there
me,
a
Can you
place?
talk to your friend?
Is there a place that we can have this conversation in a more private setting?
I mean, sure, I guess. If you'll come with me, here is the private booth, and I use that sparingly. It's basically I just don't let anybody sit in it.
Oh, while you tend to that, we could maybe offer some services. Huck,
Yeah.
do you feel like maybe bartending for a few?
Oh, bartending.
He's
What?
really good at making drinks.
Yeah. Sure. Yeah.
Okay, that's fine.
He obviously would need paid for a little bit of time, but
So I like stretch out to my full 7 something feet or something like that.
He's tall.
Yeah.
This is like
7 feet.
giant bartender.
Hits a button and his hydraulics extend him.
I wanna go behind the bar and start wiping it.
All right.
Oh, yes.
All right, we'll come back to you in a minute.
You done messed up now.
Huck's gonna start a bar fight and just know it.
I'm gonna own this bar by the time I'm done.
Oh god. Or at least you're going to think you do.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, so you guys go over to the private section over here, right? So
Adara follows, not wanting to know what's going to happen with Huck behind the bar. She's not staying out there.
As we go to sit down, I message Huck. Huck, just don't cause a scene.
I would not. Ever.
He
say
now
out
proceeds
loud.
to cause a scene. Can I have the gold piece now?
Oh, I let it go when she said follow her. So she has the 1 gold already.
Thank you. Much obliged.
As we get to the booth, JD's moving 2 around his hand.
So what do you want to know? There's not really a lot to tell. Okay. So
Sorry, I completely zoned out. I didn't realize you were talking to me. Well, first off, what exactly did they come here to ask about?
They wanted some information, and they figured the seedy side of town may know more. And then they came in here, and your paladin friend was very happy because he saw that I was an elf and thought I would have information from the past.
And what specific information were they looking for?
They wanted to know about the keep nearby. It's over in the hills.
Ah, yes.
Are you
They
sure
were
there's not a name for the keep? We don't want to go to the wrong keep. We want to make sure it's the right one.
Yeah. Yeah, we do.
Yes, did they mention the name of it?
Say my name.
Let's see. It was it had a very peculiar name. Just a second. I don't think anybody's called it that for quite a long time, but it was what did the paladin say? The good keep El Tauntaun of the, what was it? Duck clucking? No. Tree trunking? No. Motherfucking heels. That was it. Yes.
Ah. And were you able to provide information for them about it?
Yes, I marked it on their map where the ruins were located.
And would you say they went off in that direction when they left here?
They were going to, but unfortunately, some guards came in, and when they tried to leave, the guards thought that it was suspicious that they were leaving when the guards came in, and they kind of got accosted by the guards a little bit.
A little bit.
The regular guards or the Hell Riders?
I think these were just guards. I'm not 100% sure. They may have been out of uniform.
Did they take them?
All I know is that they went outside. I don't know what happened after that. I know later when I went out to sweep, they were not there anymore, but the guards weren't there either.
Do you know where they take prisoners?
No, I do not. There's multiple places. Also, it depends on if they're the guards or if they're the Hell Riders.
Do you happen to recall any features or anything that maybe could point out the guards that you saw?
They were just carrying themselves as guards. Really, there was no distinguishing features about them. They were about, I would say, about 5'10", 5'9", something like that. Human. One had brown hair. The other one was black-headed.
So it was just the two of them that confronted him.
Yes, they were the only two that entered the bar, at least. If they had others with them, then they were outside and they were very quiet.
And was there anyone... Oh,
Go ahead.
was there anyone else present at that time who may have seen what happened outside? Any current patrons?
No, the bar was empty at that time.
Did the individual with black hair, was it short?
Both had short hair.
Was he clean shaven?
Yes.
Did you hear any of their conversation?
The only thing I heard was, "Excuse me, we're trying to leave." And the other one said, "Why are you trying to get away from the guards?" And then it was like, "We're not, we're trying to leave." And then it was like, "I think that there's some questions you need to answer." And they were like, "No, please, we're on business for the Church of Anwar." And then the other one said, "Oh, Anwar, really? Then you definitely should come with us." And then that was the end of the conversation.
Interesting.
And these two guards, did they seem to be well spoken and how do I say this? Free thinking individuals, or were they not the brightest lamps in the bar?
No, they were both of average intelligence, I would say.
All right. I don't remember the physical description of George and Barney.
I don't know that we described
We
them.
did.
I don't
Give a
think you-
description
I
of
was
George
you
gonna say,
did
I
it!
don't think
I
there
don't
is a
think-
description, truthfully. I can double check.
Does
But,
it sound like George and Barney?
I don't know. Were you describing George and Barney? No,
No.
he's not
Okay.
describing George and Barney. I didn't think he
No,
was.
I said
I
of
didn't
average
think so.
intelligence.
I didn't think so with the average intelligence.
Yeah, if it had been George and Barney, she would have
She
said
would
that they
have
seemed
known
a
it
little
was George
dim.
and Barney.
Yeah.
So you hadn't
Alright.
seen any of these guards before?
No. I had not.
And Hell Riders come in here often.
Not a lot. Sometimes. It's just whatever bar they're closest to and whatever part of town that they're on duty in.
The party sees that JD has a look on his face that's more of a concern than he normally has right now.
And how long ago did all of this happen?
Oh, I would say, well, it's, what time of day is it right now, Diz?
Oh, let's see. You guys, trying to remember where we left off. I think it was like midday last time, so it would be around 2 o'clock, I would say.
This was quite a little bit ago. It's right as I was getting ready for morning service.
I know that you said that the guys left the temple early in the morning, like right at daybreak. So,
right, yeah.
I have a question?
And you guys had went down to the docks with Russ. Was down
Russ.
there running a fish stand. Yeah.
Awesome. I have a question.
Okay.
So I know we've talked about this before, where she tries to like read people. Can I potentially use? So can she potentially use her detect thoughts to try and like see what he saw? Like kind of like replay back what he witnessed?
What the bar owner witnessed?
Yes.
Okay. Let's see. Detect. I don't know that the detect thoughts does that.
Well, so her plan was to ask if she could read him. But let me see if there's anything else in here.
With my ring
Direction
on,
of thoughts of certain creatures.
do I feel like she's lied to me at all?
No. You don't feel like she's been dishonest. Yeah.
Okay.
Reasoning, emotional state, something looming large in its mind, such as something worries over, loves, or hates. If it succeeds.
Oh, as
Questions
an
verbally
action, you can
directed.
shift attention to another creature. Thoughts, attempts. You would have to probe deep into her mind to kind of try to see that.
Right.
And then there
Says
would be a
questions
chance that
verbally
she would
directed.
know
Could
that,
shape
but
the thoughts.
yeah. But you would see, the only thing you would see what she remembers,
Right.
not what actually happened. So, you know how you see something and then you kind of add in things later, because you don't really remember exactly what you saw correctly.
So it's depending on what she can remember and what she sees.
What she believes to be true, yep.
Right. But at least I could potentially maybe get a face out of it. Like I could actually get like a good
Possibly.
Okay. What was her name again?
I don't think
Actually,
we
no
know
one's
her name.
asked. No one's asked her name.
Pardon, miss. And she's gonna reach out to her. What was your name again? I'm sorry.
Yes. My name, sorry, is Falleth. Yamaeth.
What is it?
Z ampersand big D little M. No, it's FALETH YEMIATH. Remember, everyone playing tonight gets a copy of the home game of Name Generator.
Oh no, that's in my game.
Scrabble.
Ban
not
the
actually
use
Heroes
of
Edition.
specific letters from Bucks.
Huck's Name Generator only uses 23 letters of the alphabet.
And
Buck's
most
name
of them are
generator.
Z.
Buck's Name
Also-
Generator needs Draconic disabled.
It doesn't always pull from the English alphabet.
Nope, draconic for the most part, chat.
So since we're in a like private room, she's going to say, Falith, if you don't mind, we are a tad worried for our friends. Would it be possible if I look into your memory to see if I could see their faces?
You gave me a gold. I'm pretty sure you can do whatever you want.
Very well. It is always best to ask, so that way it doesn't feel as though I'm prying.
Appreciative.
And she's going to reach out and she's going to take her hands and kind of place them in hers. And she will cast Detect Thoughts.
By the way, it's funny as hell because it looks like Edge is really pissed off at Regan.
I mean, if I hit his wife with a chair, I'd be probably pissed off at myself too.
Oh. So she's gonna take his hands and she's gonna hold hers out, and as she does this, you'll start to see her. She'll tell you to close your eyes, but everybody else in the room obviously is still there, and you'll see kind of the third eye that she has that she uses will start to shimmer and kind of grow a bright white color, and she'll start kind of speaking into her mind with her telepathy. So only she really hears what's going on to kind of soothe her mind. And she'll ask, this is Adara. If you can, could you please show me all that you remember of when the two holy men first entered the bar?
Sure. I'll try. This is a little weird.
So.
All right. So she starts to visualize earlier in the day, and as the images kind of form up out of like mist and vapor, to be you see Sir Eldrick and Yarman. They're kind of out of focus, and you see the cleric that was with them, Leonard. They're sitting at a table and having some drinks, and then all of a sudden it's like they turn to smoke and they appear, and they're over like standing at the bar next to a couple of gentlemen talking. And these people, like, it's like she doesn't really remember what they look like.
Mm-hmm.
And then all of a sudden they appear and they're at the door walking out, and the gentleman that they were talking to kind of walk over and stop them. And at that point, I need you to roll an investigation.
I have advantage on those.
If you can make out what they look like there.
That is an 18.
Okay. So, I mean, the face, it kind of materializes for you a little bit finer, and you see like a bigger nose. It's human, bigger nose, like a mustache, like black hair, and like maybe just a slight scar on the lower part of the right cheek of his face. Not he's fully clothed. A slight scar right there, and he seems to be just wearing just like common looking clothes, and he's just kind of stopping them. It's almost like the image is just stopped, and you kind of focusing in on the face, but you don't recognize the face. Like it's not anything you remember. As you look over at the other gentleman, you can roll another investigation check to see how that turns out.
Not as good. Oh, it's gonna be a 12.
12. So this one is still kind of blurry. You can see like the brownish hair, but you can't even make out anything on. It's almost like it's just pixelated. His face is, as the closer you get, the worse it gets. Like you're zooming in on a photo or something.
Of course.
And then as the images kind of walk out of the bar through the door together, the guy with the darker hair puts a hand on Sir Eldrick's arm, who he kind of pulls away a little bit, and they kind of walk outside. And as they walk outside, the door is still open. You can see out. They just kind of evaporate from out there because like she couldn't see out the door, so she doesn't know of what was going on beyond that point.
Okay. Once that fades, you'll see the light from her forehead kind of fade as well. And she'll say, "Thank you for showing me what you know."
Oh, anything I can do to help?
And she'll kind of look at JD and kind of like nudge that if he's going to give her the 2 gold, that what she has is all essentially that she can give, sorry.
JD leans real close to where this isn't heard by anyone close by, and he puts both gold on the table and pushes it towards her and says, "No one is to know of what we've learned here."
Okay.
And then he lets go of the gold.
That's
So
too kind.
So she should have 3 gold now.
If you don't mind, Felix, could we borrow the room?
Oh, yeah, that's fine. Take your time. Whatever what you need. Do you want food and drink brought?
That would be excellent, at least for me. I'm starving.
Okay, I'll just bring an assortment of different things, and then you can pick and choose.
Thank you
On the
for your
house,
kindness.
of course.
JD kind of kicks back in the chair he's in and pulls out his flask.
Has she left the room yet?
Yeah, she's
Yeah.
gone.
She
She's like, "Well."
leaves.
Well, I have a little bit of information, but it doesn't really do much for me. I was hoping that maybe by reading her mind and viewing her memory that maybe we could get a little bit more detail that she didn't necessarily remember off the top of her head or think was important. The one with the brown hair, I could not really see. It doesn't seem that her memory seems to have retained much, as that wasn't the main attention. But the darker haired fellow that she spoke of, I did see his face pretty clear. He did have a mustache and a bigger nose, a scar on his right cheek that came down. Does that sound familiar from anything you saw on the board when we were at the church?
Does that match the church, Diz? I know the description of the other, but does that match what JD saw?
So you said at the church. Oh, so on that board.
The board.
Yeah, that
JD memorized the board.
one.
Tried to memorize
So
it.
roll an intelligence check. See what you remember.
That's a 19.
19. So remembering the board, you don't remember this guy at all on there.
He wasn't on the board. And
Who are
unless
these people?
Damrick has grown facial hair and got scarred in his fight against his commander to take over, it's not him either.
It's a little bit more worrisome that we have no idea who these people are. Could it have been the actual guard? From the memory, they were in such common clothes. It just doesn't seem quite right.
It doesn't feel like the actual guard would have gotten involved with something that had to deal with the church. Hell Riders like to stick their nose into things, but I'm not sure what Eldrick and the others may have said to pique their interest. If they'd have mentioned the keep, then the Hell Riders would have taken interest. The Hell Riders served the royals.
What is our best course of action? I don't even know where to begin of where they would have taken them. Neither did she, it seems.
How close were we able to get to the keep earlier when JD was trying to call out with the earring?
The keep. So the keep that you're talking about is called a High Hall. That is the keep of Elturel. It is up in the higher district there. You were about 500-600 feet away from the building, I think.
Okay, so JD wouldn't have been close enough to communicate with them.
When you allowed me to call out that one time, though, Diz, I was invisible over by the barracks. So I may have been a little closer, but
maybe a little bit closer, yeah. I mean, it's a large building. But you guys would recognize that the place that they were asking about originally to her and the High Hall, two separate places. So,
right. No, I'm just trying to. I'm just trying to
see if they were there, right?
Yeah, because this happened hours ago, so it's likely if they had been taken by the guards, they would have already been in prison somewhere. But if we weren't able to get close enough to have service.
Depending on who took them and how well information spreads, the guards know nothing that reside outside the keep. Even the one inside the barracks. He did mention 3 other people going missing prior to our arrival.
And as much as those guards were uninformed, you think they would at least have an idea if they had the holy people we were asking about in custody, and at least would have given some sign that they were not being truthful with us.
I mean, the one in the barracks seemed more intelligent than the 2 you were talking to.
Yes, well,
rather
delicate ladies can't enter the barracks.
I'm pretty sure I wouldn't have been able to be there either.
Like, there's anything I haven't seen before.
We do have,
I'm pretty sure there's things you haven't seen before. Kaylin will see them later, though, in like 3 days.
Well, our options are probably slim. However, there is always the thought of asking and seeing if they take us to the same place. We could make half the party invisible. Kyrie seems pretty good with being caught. Air quotes. There is that we could always see if we could be taken to them by the same means.
Our problem is we don't know what they said to trigger the investigation.
Well,
we say the wrong thing and we'll just be taken in as regular prisoners or delinquents. We're not exactly sure what Eldrick may have said.
As you're talking here, you hear some rowdy sounds coming from out in the bar area. You
Oh
can't
God,
really
we left Huck alone.
you guys can roll perceptions if you want to see if you can distinguish what kind of sounds, but it seems to be a lot of commotion going on.
That's an 11.
Oh God,
And
never
like-
mind. Mine is not
No,
good.
you fear the
Mine's-
worst.
Mine's a 10.
10,
I got a 16.
Nat 20.
16. Nat 20's good.
18.
Yes. 18's
22
pretty
total.
good.
Who's all in
all
here?
right.
Who's all in the room with us? Is everybody? in the
Everyone but
room?
Huck.
Everybody
As far as I know,
Okay.
everyone went in there except for Huck.
What am I rolling?
What'd you?
Perception.
Perception. Yeah.
Perception, that is a 5.
A 5. No. Yes, you're apparently staring at the wall.
She's too busy
Just-
worried about what JD said about what she'll see in 3 days. That
You found a mirror.
not
You were
even
fixing your hair. So.
He's thinking about the mini guitar.
Anytime.
All right. So Stanasi and Progwin. Progwin, you hear what sounds to be. It sounds like a party outside. Like it's just there's some music going and some laughter and everything. Stanasi, you just know that Huck is entertaining the crowd.
It's okay, y'all. Huck's just having a good time. He's fine. He's
it
fine.
is
Right now.
it is not okay.
Sounds like a party.
The last
You-
time Huck
You also hear a
entertained
lot
the
of
crowd-
glass breaking as well, though.
Oh God.
The last
He,
time Huck
he may be
entertained
running
the
up a
crowd.
tab while he's serving, but he's having a good time, and everybody's having a good time. We might want to go just make sure he's okay though.
It's for the best.
The mailroom scene.
Yeah, remember the mailroom scene in Elf?
Yeah. Oh, the scene
My best
I'm
friend.
thinking
You're my
of.
best friend.
Yeah,
The scene
Huck's
I'm
just in
thinking
there.
of is Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
Yes.
He's singing in the bar.
Well, to be
That's
fair,
where
I
my
didn't
brain
think
is.
you guys were old enough to have seen Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
The
My
disrespect.
favorite fucking
Sir,
movies,
The
man.
disrespect.
Now I just
Wow.
picture Rican opening the door, and it's like a scene of Scooby Doo where all of our heads just poke through the doorway, with like one over top of each other,
Stacked.
Clan. We also watched Scooby Doo. I know, kind of hard to believe too.
JD at the
Except for
bottom.
us, it was a pup named Scooby Doo.
Yeah, JD.
I mean, JD's running out to go fucking figure out what's wrong with Huck.
JD
Because,
run
I
the
mean,
hell. Yeah. The
it
rest
is
of you guys peeking out. Everybody in the bar is now crowded up around the bar. They're all like kind of yelling. There is about 3 or 4 people that are drenched. They are soaking wet from something. You're not
Oh
even
my
sure
God, we're
what.
having a Coyote Ugly moment.
There's
No.
glass
Say what,
all
t-shirt
over the
contest?
floor. There's a table that's flipped over. You don't even know why. There's 3 chairs up on the bar. There's 2 guys up on the bar in the chairs. Huck is up on the bar pouring from 2 bottles into their mouth.
So we're having
See
a
the
Coyote
ability
Ugly
Caitlin
moment.
actually-
Got it.
Oh, I love Coyote Ugly.
Yes. Drink up, my friends.
There's just a pile of gold sitting on the bar.
See, I've seen this before, but usually it's not a metal wizard doing the pouring.
Somehow there is now a
Bottle behind
band in the kind of middle of the bar playing. I don't know where they came from.
They just
Maybe-
materialized their
Maybe
instruments
Huck
and went at it.
materialized them. I don't know.
Oh, now they're playing Cantina music.
Yes!
That one song you know again. Okay.
I toss the bottles behind me and I start.
Can I try to catch the bottles, Dist?
It looks like, a scene from Cocktail, except when he's spinning the bottles, they are flying out of his hands, hitting the ceiling, raining down on people. People are loving it, though.
Can I try to catch one of the bottles that he's throwing behind him?
You can. You can make an acrobatics check if you want to. The owner of the bar has mixed feelings about this. You can see.
JD probably catches this one with his face. It's a 13.
A third, tries but crashes right before you can get to it.
Did any alcohol spill out of the bottle?
Yeah,
Oh.
it broke. Like
Well, right, but I mean,
he's
did he
slinging
finish
them.
pouring it, or did he just throw it with it?
No, it was
Yeah.
like mostly full bottle. Yeah.
All right. So can I come up behind Huck and punch him in his calf leg, like calf muscle in one of his legs?
Okay. It intentionally to damage him or just to get his attention?
To get his attention, not to physically
Okay.
try to put him on the ground.
Okay. You can try. He hits you there. I don't know. Adrenaline's pumping.
I'm having
If
way
that-
too good of a time.
Yeah.
Does not register.
All right. I want to climb up the bar, climb onto Huck's harness. and
Okay.
get
I
up
am
easy.
dancing furiously. So
I mean, I'll roll another acrobatics check to try to get up there. I'm fine with that.
Yep. Go
You've already
ahead.
battled for your back once.
That one
Battle
is
for me,
an
no.
18.
18. Yeah, you're able to climb up even with all the hip
Looks
gyrations.
like one of those bucking
All right.
broncos that you
Right.
see in the cowboy bars, but it's Huck.
Got to get up there and harness in real fast before he slings me off. Huck,
yes,
why are you wasting alcohol?
because it's a party.
And everybody screams.
Can little rave lights come out of the back of Huck?
Does he have
Like, look.
prestidigitation or thermaturgy or something?
Oh wait. Oh,
I mean-
hold on. Magic
You
is on the table. Hold on a second. I got something for that.
Magic is on the table.
I mean, I have
Just give
druid
him
craft.
ideas.
I'm gonna use Mage Hand
Okay.
to start distributing drinks.
Okay.
Wait, before
Yeah.
as soon as it materializes,
Drink.
I'm also gonna cast Mage Hand, and it's gonna instantly go in for like this awesome handshake with the other Mage Hand. And I'm gonna look
You're
at
lo-
I'm gonna look at Huck and
You're
be like,
losing them, JD.
So,
The rest of the party's going in too.
Yep, they are gone.
Huck, if you're
Yeah.
going to use the alcohol, it's fine, but don't waste it.
Oh, right. Yes. What we'll do is make a gigantic shot. Is there something like a barrel
a
around?
juggle
Yeah,
shot?
sure.
Yeah, there
Yeah.
is. It's on JD's back. It's called a keg of holding.
Well,
You actually find a mop. You actually find a mop bucket.
Yeah. I dump out the mop bucket.
Wait,
Okay.
before you go too far, do I have anything to clean it? I'm like, dear God. I don't think I do. Oh. I don't think I have prestidigitation. I don't know where it would be at either.
Kyrie's laughing, but Ellen's real fucking grossed out right now.
Nope,
Galen's
Becky,
just trying
go
to
for
sneak
it.
a bottle through the crowd.
Okay, so I dump out the mop bucket. Don't care where. Plop it on the bar.
Oh god.
I grab as many bottles will fit in my mitts as possible.
The mage hands are
Alright.
helping. My mage hand is helping.
And I dump them in.
Okay.
And then toss those. Is it full?
Yeah.
Okay. And then I drink up, JD.
You just dump it on him.
Yep.
As he goes to dump it, I want to Misty step away.
Okay. Alright.
It just splashes all.
Just for fun.
Oh.
Just for fun. Roll me a dexterity check, okay? Just
Oh,
D20 plus your dex.
That would
It's a 3.
be a
It's a 3.
13
It's a 3.
plus
13?
5, so 18.
18. Okay, yeah, you get away.
Hey, with disadvantage for magic harness straps. Oh, I'm getting those things magicked up.
I'm getting those things, bitch.
Oh, he is
Oh,
dancing. So
God.
yeah, he has a point. We'll say disadvantage. Go ahead and roll me a disadvantage
Oh,
roll.
yeah. Dancing too.
I mean, it's still an 18 because the other one's
Okay,
a little
okay.
higher.
All right, we're just checking. We're just seeing what the D&D gods want. So
They want
Okay,
JD
so-
to not get drenched in nasty
Nasty
fucking mop
alcohol?
bucket.
Ugh.
So 4 to 6 bottles of alcohol
Just
just
dumped.
splashed on the bar behind me.
yeah, in the floor. Just
And
Is there a back door area to the bar? Dick? Kind of leads like to the
Probably.
kitchen or whatever.
Probably, yes.
With that going on, JD's going to sneak out the back door.
Okay.
Harry's gonna go with him.
Friends, wait!
I mean, you're partying way too much to see this happen.
It's time for shots! No, nobody? My whole party
I'll
abandoned?
take you up on
I
that
didn't-
offer.
Oh
I
no!
didn't leave.
Right now, it's just me and JD.
Do I need to turn the lights back on to show
Brugman's
the
still there, right?
synopsis
He didn't leave.
I just feel like Prugman's going to turn it down. I mean, he turned down my fire water.
Yeah, he's learned his lesson.
I would like to drink.
Yeah. Anyway,
Ossie's still here with you.
I will continue to sling shots, and I mean that in every sense of the word, until the alcohol runs out or somebody stops me. So we're lighting this bar up.
If you hadn't used a mop bucket, I may have stayed there, but I was not about to get dumped by that nasty mess.
You know, alcohol kills the germs. You know.
No,
It's sanitary, my friend.
no, because the soap covered it up first.
There was
I'm
little
pretty
flakes of
sure
something
this bar
floating
does
around in
not
it.
include
Pretty sure it
soap
was
anymore.
Goldschlager, but we're not
Where-
sure.
Where is the actual bartender in all of this?
She's standing to the side, making her way over there.
Foaming at the mouth with.
Well, the pile keeps getting bigger, so people are loving what's going on. So
What other kind of shenanigans can we get in if no one's gonna stop me?
Never mind, stop you. We're encouraging you at this point.
Adara's gonna look at the bartender and she's gonna say, "We'll split the pot and I can make it stop."
Split the pot?
And she's gonna kind of grab her and lean her to where she can see like all of the gold through the people.
Is there any small creatures around me, or not small, but a
I mean,
creature
JG was
big
there.
enough for me to pick up and throw?
like
Good thing I fucking Missy
an
stepped out of
animal
that shit.
or a person.
Anything, anything with a heartbeat.
Oh,
That's
it
right.
does have a heartbeat. I was gonna say go grab the frozen dire pig from the back.
Anything that technically qualifies as a creature.
There is a halfling.
Or like half fling.
I
Which is why
summon,
JD left.
the halfling into my hand.
Okay.
I put a bottle in the halfling's hands. I
Yep.
throw said halfling and cast Featherfall. Slows its rate of falling, and
All right.
and tell everybody the shots are coming across the room.
So
Shots! Ooh!
make a athletics check for me.
Yes, I
At
will.
this point, wait, can you telepathically talk to a warforged?
17.
Yeah.
Okay.
17. So you actually cast Featherfall and spin him as you throw him up in the air, and it's just a sprinkler going across the room.
alcohol spraying.
As Huck is starting to do that, she's going to telepathically link to him, and as she's doing this, the bucket is being picked up by the mage hand at this point in time, and it's literally just grabbing half of the coins and shoving it into the bucket.
Okay.
and Radara's gonna reach out and be like, Huck, we have some information to find our friends, and I also agreed with the bartender to take half the gold. Are you ready to go adventure?
Oh, yes, one more parting gift. And I cast illusionary script, which can I do this much magic in succession? I mean, this feels like I'm breaking something.
you
I mean, you're breaking stuff, all right?
I'm going to take a rag, I guess,
Yep.
and I'm going to use my wet finger to write on it party, and I guess Okay. Right, the writing appears normal, written in your hand. Oh, never mind. That doesn't actually do anything that great, but I do it anyway, and then I bounce.
Okay.
The mage hand brings over the mop bucket, and as Huck walks out, she's just gonna kind of nod to the bartender. Pleasure doing business with you. She's gonna close the back door.
All right. As you guys walk out,
Potent illusion. Can I make the potent illusion like do like sparkles shooting off the words?
sure.
What does a
Yeah.
potent illusion mean?
I'm not even really sure.
All right, I want
We'll
it to
say
like,
it has sparklers.
yeah.
You
Thank
hang
you.
it up and it's just shooting out sparkles that says party.
Yes, great, perfect.
As you guys make it outside, you will find that you are now +1 mop bucket and +21 gold.
Nice.
Huzzah!
Huzzah. I gotta keep that
The
bucket.
fuck?
All right, so we're gonna take a real quick bathroom break, just a really quick one, and we'll be back in like 5 minutes. Give everybody time to kind of get an idea of where the party's going as well. So we'll be right back.
Alcohol time.
All right, we're back -1 at the moment, but let the party figure out what's going on. And as soon as you guys come out, you'll notice that JD and Kyrie are missing from just outside the back. I don't know if you guys are heading back that way or not already, but
JD's still monitoring the thoroughfare to see if anything odd is happening.
okay. So the rest of you are at the back of the building back there.
Adara will hand over the bucket to Huck, and she'll kind of look at it and be like, "Not bad."
Oh, I don't exactly want this just at present. Can I just keep the bucket?
Sure. I can hold on to the rest for now if you want the bucket.
Sure. Yes, let's do that.
So she'll dump the gold into her hand and put it in her pocket, and then she'll kind of hand the bucket over as it's just kind of like swinging back and forth. She'll hand it over to Huck. Where did everybody else go? You said it was 21 gold? Pretty sure
Yes.
that's what you said.
What time is it?
You probably spent, I don't know, maybe 30 minutes in there rave partying. So like we'll say around 2:30.
Okay.
Kicked off a party in the middle of the day.
2 p.m. party.
Must have been
I mean-
an interesting crowd of patrons.
I mean, it's 5
Participating.
o'clock somewhere.
Right?
JD, are we watching for something in particular here?
Looking to see if anybody shows up. Hell Riders in particular. As soon as the noise happened, I expected some type of, I don't know, more of a come in and calm the place a little bit, maybe, or at least inspect what's going on, but none of them are here.
And none of them are inside?
Not that I saw, unless they're in regular clothes.
Then what drew them away is the question.
That's what I'm looking to see if I can detect any movement from them while this party's still technically going on, because I'm pretty sure we're still hearing yelling and screaming, even though Huck is really there right now.
Yeah. The halfling is still probably spinning about.
Running out of alcohol.
Yeah.
We had seen what we thought was the Hell Riders barracks when we were up by the keep too, right?
They're stables.
We saw their stables, but we didn't really see where we thought they were staying. Or would they just be in the barracks with the regular soldiers?
You wouldn't. I would say you probably wouldn't know, and I don't think you asked. So
Okay.
I don't think you have a good idea on that.
Did JD see any Hell Riders in the barracks when he went in?
No, you wouldn't have seen any in there yet.
Okay.
I have an idea, maybe. She is going to. Is there like a general store nearby?
There is actually.
Oh.
You see a store nearby called West Embassy Basilisk.
You said West Embassy.
Basilisk. I have to say that slowly because my tongue doesn't want to make all those movements at the same time.
Azara kind of gets like an idea, and she's gonna kind of like dishevel herself a little bit, because obviously like the bar has to be loud, and she's going to kind of look at Kaylin, and she's gonna say, come with me. And so she's gonna kind of wrap her arm around, and she's gonna say, just play the parts. We're going for drunk. And so they're gonna kind of, she's gonna try and like lead the way and stumble into the general store laughing at Caitlin.
Mm-hmm.
And she's doing this one because she doesn't know where Kyrie or anybody went off to, but she just had this like miraculous idea. And so she's like, fuck it, we're just gonna try it. She's gonna stumble in, and they're kind of giggling and laughing. And she's gonna look for a shopkeep as they walk into the.
There's a couple of patrons in. They have like some aisles, rather small, but still there's some aisles. Off to the left, there is a counter with about a 6'4" red dragonborn, wearing like
my specialty.
a teal cloak and just like a regular brown, just like outfit.
Did we see them head that
He looks
direction?
up and notices you as you come in.
She's gonna say, she's just gonna kind of laugh and look at Keelan and be like, I can't believe they're giving away free drinks over there. It's so crazy. It's one of the best taverns I've ever been to.
Oh yes, oh yes. I have to agree with you there. I've never seen anything like it.
And
Did we see them go in there, Diz, from our vantage point?
Yeah, I mean, you would have vision of where they were going.
Okay.
Yeah, so
I'll
I don't
just
think they were
make sure.
sneaking in now. So,
Okay.
mhm.
Just hopefully just trying to like get other people's attention, and maybe they've heard the ruckus and they're like, oh, I want to go get free alcohol. And she's gonna kind of walk up with Keelan to the front, and she's gonna say, excuse me, sir or ma'am. I don't know who it was. A guy.
It is a guy. Yeah.
Okay. I was gonna say, I don't think we clarified that, so I want to make sure before I say the wrong thing.
Dilrin is the name.
Dalrin.
Dilrin.
Totally spelled that wrong.
Children.
Dilrin, there was a rather ravishing looking chap over at the bar, but I seem to have lost him. Had a few too many free shots.
Make a performance check, both of you.
Oh god.
And you are
Oh.
acting drunk.
Oh. There's an 11.
Okay.
Oh no, it's a nat one.
That one.
Ah.
I don't know what you ladies are playing at, but I can tell when someone is not inebriated.
Oh right, I didn't want to admit it, but There was a hot
What-
guy and I lost him.
One of the people, when you said it was free drinks in the place, a woman like runs like out of the shop.
She kind
sorry,
of looks at him.
so roll a deception check then, since you are now trying to deceive him.
Son of a bitch. Okay, so that's a 14 plus 1,
Alright.
15.
Try again, honey.
Very well, I'm looking for somebody. Can you help me?
Possibly, if we're speaking honestly now. Who
I'll
are
be
you
honest.
looking for?
One of our friends was with a guy. Dark hair, bigger nose with a mustache and a scar. We haven't seen our friend, and I've been trying to catch up with him all day. I figured
All right,
you owned
so-
the store and have seen everybody around here, so it might be a good place to start.
So you are. I'm making myself bleed here. That's not
Don't
good.
do that.
All right. So you were saying that the dark-haired guy with the mustache is your friend?
No, she's saying she's looking
Okay.
for her friend, and he was with that person.
Oh, okay. So
So she's not lying about anything, but she's also
she is not lying.
telling
She is
anything.
not lying. She is not lying. Did I don't think you described what he looked like, right? You just described what the other one
I
did.
I did
Okay,
say
just-
that he was dark haired with a big nose and a mustache and had a scar on his right cheek.
Oh, so you described him, but not your friend. And your friend, what did he look like?
He's a bigger gentleman, a paladin, full armor. I don't remember what your face looks like, Clan. I don't know where Clan is, but I don't remember the actual description of Clan. Clan's
Yeah.
character.
So you give a description of Sir Eldrick. Sorry, I don't. Let me think. Actually, I do. I remember earlier, it seemed odd. Another gentleman came in, at Elf. He wanted some coloring sticks, and I told him that I didn't sell any. And then there was some commotion outside, and I could see out the window there that there was a dark-haired gentleman and what looked to be the paladin you were describing. There was a heated conversation, and as the other elf had gone outside, there was a couple of guys, the dark-haired guy and another one tried to grab them, and there was 3 of them, and your paladin friend and the elf seemed to be escorted off by guards. I'm not sure why. The other gentleman seemed to run off.
Was he
Mean
kind
him-
of in gray robes and had a longish beard?
Yes, I believe so. Yes.
Yes, I think that was our acquaintance that we met when we first got into town. Very well. Hopefully they haven't gotten into too much trouble. Did you know the guards at all? Are they from the palace?
I was not familiar with the guards, but some other guards in uniform had joined them, and at that point, that's when the commotion happened, and I guess your friend was escorted away with. I'm not sure if the elf was your friend as well, but he was taken along with him. Walked right past the window there. The guy in the gray robes, as you were saying, he was not with them. I imagine either they didn't want him or maybe he ran off.
I see. Do you happen to know what the guards armor looked like or what they were wearing? We're not from here, so I'm a little unfamiliar.
He gives a description of the armor. I don't think I actually picked out the colors there. Let me see. Looks like it's just like a bluish like outfit with maybe like silver like trim and stuff. Just the standard guard uniform.
I see.
The other two were in plain clothes, but they appeared to be guards as well, I guess, because they were escorting those your friends, I guess.
She'll pull 2 gold from her pouch and she'll say, "Is there any other information you have? And please take this. I apologize for the deception, but like as I said, we aren't really from here, and sometimes people aren't very happy to share."
Of course, that's all the information I have, but I appreciate your donation.
You're very welcome.
He opens his register and puts it in, closes it.
Thank you for your time. I do appreciate it. And she'll kind of nod to him and she'll turn to walk out for now to go kind of see if she can gather the others.
Okay. And while you're
I'm
doing
assuming
that,
Caitlin's still kind of like strapped to my arm.
Yeah. I'm gonna go grab something real quick because I've caused myself my leg to bleed.
Oh no.
Oh,
Dun dun dun.
I feel like that shopkeeper was Diz taking pity on us.
I'd try something. I was like, who would know information? I was like, the general store good guy should know everybody.
Okay, I have something to stop the bleeding.
Yeah.
We can continue.
Bleeding.
All right, so you guys are making your way back out.
Yeah.
So JD and Kyrie, you would see them coming back out.
As she walks out, she would look around to see who she sees and would kind of like motion for them to join her and Caitlin.
Okay, well, you probably don't see JD. I think he was hiding. So imagine
Whoever is out there. I don't know where
Right.
anybody is, but whoever is there that I can see.
So the others might have walked out into the street with you and are just hanging out. So you'd walk over to them. There's Kitty Cam on Clan's Cam.
Kitty,
No. So cute.
Lucifer. I mean,
sweet
Lu-
boy, boy.
Lucifer.
it's a
So
small
good,
baby.
kitty.
So whoever is there can hear this. She'll kind of look around first to see if she sees anybody around other than them.
Just the streets seem to be clearing, like most people are moving in towards the bar area that are in the streets.
they're trying to funnel in.
She'll kind of say in a hushed tone, I have some more information. I think I maybe have a path for us. The general goods storekeeper, Dalrin here, said that he saw the altercation outside. 2 guards in plain clothes and some other guards, maybe 1 or 2, joined them in silver and blue armor. He wasn't quite detailed on who they were, but it seems like they've taken both Sir Eldrick and Yarman. However, he did say that Leonard had gotten away. I don't know where Leonard might have went, but I'm assuming he would go back to the church, maybe to report back. Nobody.
Everybody stares at you.
Excellent.
I'm not there.
JD and Kyrie aren't there. They're still kind of hiding over on the side of the building.
They're
We're discussing
watching.
things. And
You two
watching.
roll stealth checks just to be sure that you're not just kind of blatantly, obviously, just.
Standing in a bush.
See, I'm
I'm-
that weird. I'm that weird rogue who.
Even when JD
Isn't
stands in a bush, she
proficient
still
in
can't be
stealth.
seen.
But that's a nat 20, motherfuckers.
Yeah.
My stealth check is a 18.
Okay. Anybody's passive perception 18 or better. Possibly Prog one.
Oh no, never mind. That's my passive.
No.
investigation.
Okay. All right.
That'd be funny. Prog would be like, "Oh, there's JD." Be like real loud. Damn it!
All right. So they don't see you. You guys are still skulking over there.
So she'll just say, I guess we could head back for now. See if Leonard has returned to the church. To anybody else in the group that's standing there.
That's
Prog was like, "Yay!"
all right. Well, you notice that JD and Kyrie aren't there, but everybody else seems to be not resistant about going
She'll-
back.
She'll look
I
around.
will
I mean,
say.
she'll look around for them, but at this point, like she's that's the best lead that she's got. So she'll look before leaving because she notices they aren't there.
I just want to say I'm actively reading this book, not Huck reading this book. So
Oh, you're
don't-
reading this one.
don't
Oh
count.
my
out. Yeah, it
Oh, God.
turns out that this one was just not giving me magical vibes. Not yet, anyway. Maybe I got to get to the right part. So yeah,
Very well.
I'm checked out.
I say we head back for now. See if we can gather some information from Leonard, who might have gotten away. Maybe they'll know more. I would ask JD about the guards since he knows the most, but who knows where they are right now. And so she'll turn to start walking back with anybody who responds or whatever.
Yeah, I'm following you. We're going. It's as good as a lead as we have all day. So.
Still standing there.
I
I
will
know.
grab Huck's arm.
Yeah, I was gonna say I gotta grab Huck and drag him with us.
Somebody get a rope tether and put it around that man and drag him.
All right. So are you guys heading back there without your
We're
other
heading
two
back
compatriots?
to the church. I don't know where they are. I mean,
Okay. All right. So you see.
I said I would look around for them before I
rest of
left,
the-
but I mean,
You can roll perception as you're walking through. Yeah.
Sneaky as fuck, boys.
yeah, I don't see them.
Okay.
Stanasi yells, "Come along, Kaylin," and then looks around for Kari.
That is an 18
All right.
for
You can
perception.
roll perception. 18. You see JD.
Cheeky motherfucker.
Yeah, there you go. I go ahead and grab Kaylin by the arm and kind of arm in arm and be like, let's go. And I'm just looking around for Kyrie.
All right. You can roll perception as well. Kaylin sees where JD is because he rolled an 18.
Perception, you said, right?
I'd say everybody
Airways
but Huck
distracting
can
That is-
roll
that is an
perception if they
18.
want to.
That is an 18.
An 18.
They
You
pretty
see
much
JD
see-
as well.
They pretty much see JD sitting on a barrel in an alleyway, just staring at them like,
J-
"What the
JD, you
fuck
coming?"
Are they doing?
You coming?
JD doesn't even acknowledge you say anything, yelling his name out like that.
I don't think
He just
likes
1,000
you.
yard stares both of y'all for that.
Bye,
comment.
Kyrie, wherever you may be.
Tara's just gonna kind of
Oh.
chuckle a little bit. She's gonna keep walking because she's like, I don't know what to do.
Yep.
Should
So as they go to pass, because you said we're on this side and they kind of went this side for the general store, right? And they're having to kind
Right.
of pass us. Okay.
Right. Mhm.
So JD looks at Kyrie and goes, I would go with them. I need to make a stop before I meet up with y'all. The best bet would probably be either at the end or the temple that we started from. to meet up with y'all. There's something I need to take care of before I make it back to our location that we need to meet, wherever that may be. Apparently, Adara has a plan, but there's something I need to take care of first.
You sure you don't want an extra set of hands?
No, it's nothing pressing. It's just something I need to take care of. There was some items I saw that I may need.
Understood. All right, I suppose I should join the rest of the group.
But I did know that there was something Kyrie wanted to ask JD before we
Yes.
parted.
Those Hell Riders, are they the type who would have resisted the party inside, or would they have been tempted?
Oh, the Hell Riders. They don't care about the guards of this town. To them, the guards are beneath them. They serve the royal family and the royal family alone.
No,
Now-
I meant Huck's display.
Oh, I mean, drinking's drinking and off duty's off duty. I mean, it's kind of like a military faction at that point. But the catch with the Hell Riders is they're subject to Baldur Gate law. Even though they serve the royal family here, if Baldur Gate calls upon them, they will answer. So there is a method of honor amongst them, but from what I've been able to tell since we've been here, they have fallen a lot more than their reputation that precedes them.
So something would have had to call them away for them to not be a part of the ruckus inside.
Well, with them being in uniform, either they viewed it as not their problem or something more pressing, as you said, called them away. Which is why I came out to see if they went and got reinforcements for whatever the heck took place inside, but nothing's shown up. In fact, the streets are starting to empty, which would be a typical night of drinking in most places. So I'm not sure what the Hell Riders are up to. I shouldn't be long, though.
All right.
If you
we
want to catch up to the others. Maybe 15, 20 minutes, hopefully.
All right. We'll just have to keep our ears open.
Just have, I guess, Adara send me a message. It seems to work a little better than our comms that I have with Huck and Prugwin. And let her send me a message of where you're meeting, and I will be there as soon as I can.
Will do. And Kyrie's gonna bebop off after the group at a not quite a power walk, but a faster than normal walk to try to catch up with them without like sprinting, because she's got to keep it casual.
JD's
Brisk
gonna wait
walk.
till they're kind of out of range to where it doesn't look like he's maybe following them, and then he's going to kind of sneak out of the alleyway and head back that direction, but not necessarily follow them back.
Okay.
Let's set it up here. All right, so you guys are making your way back over to the church, so that's probably going to take like 15 20 minutes or so just to walk across town.
Who's at the back of the group?
I don't think we selected an order.
Probably
Probably
Prug
Huck
one or
or
Huck.
Prug one. Yeah.
Both Regan
Yep.
and I are tugging along Russ, so it's kind
So
of
probably
a cluster.
Prugwin then. He's probably walking behind as Huck's getting
Yeah.
dragged.
So
I think that's fair.
So when she's catching up to them, Kyrie's just gonna casually walk up next to Prugwin like she was there the whole time and say, "So, where are we off to?"
Adara's immediately. Go ahead, Berwin.
No, go ahead.
No, you go.
Where did you come from?
Oh, I've been here the whole time.
Oh, why?
Roll a deception. Roll for us here.
Happily.
Versus
Wait, hang on,
Prug one's
that's
insight check.
That's a 23.
Ooh.
Throw zone of truth at her, Prugwin. Don't let her lie to you like that.
Shut up, Buck. You aren't there.
Have pretty good insight. 18.
18, that's good, but she still got
Nice.
you, so.
Expertise for the win.
Do we hear that?
I mean, I don't think she's trying to be
I'm
quiet.
not. I'm not being quiet.
Yeah.
So Atara's just gonna say, "It's okay, Bregwin. You're not crazy. She just got here."
Oh. Okay.
And then she's gonna say, "Pleasure of you to join us." Is the other one here?
He said he had an errand to run. He won't be far behind, but he asked that if you've chosen a specific location for us, that you send him some kind of message to let him know.
I sent you a DM also, Dis.
Okay.
What do I look like? A postwoman?
Don't look at me. I'm just the messenger here.
At this point, she's
That would make you the postwoman, right?
tugging at Huck a little again because he's probably trying to stop to like flip his page.
Well,
He's not done.
Did you know that the first breath is the beginning of death?
She's just gonna keep
Yes.
walking. We're heading back to the church.
All right. Kyra may know something. I
was
do
gonna say,
need to.
Did you say that to Kyrie or did you send that to me?
I said it to Kyrie.
Okay, I was just making sure.
Makes sense. I have a few guards I need to warn Kyra about anyway.
She's gonna
So-
keep on going on tugging.
Unless there's something else you want to talk about right there, we'll advance on to the church. JD has still not joined you at this point. So you go in and you find Kyra in there. She looks troubled. Thank goodness you have returned. Your comrades that came with you. I think they've been taken by the guards.
So we've heard. Do you know which guards? Nobody can seem to tell us exactly who took them.
Actually, and she points, and you guys turn, and you've walked into the room where she was at before, and Leonard is standing in the door.
Leonard. Looking at you, Leonard.
Leonard's like, I think I could help with that. We went to gather some information. I've been to the Bent Helm a number of times, but something was just off, I guess, about this visit. We talked to some guards there that were off duty, and they didn't take kindly to our questions about you know, the event that was going on in 3 days. They started asking us questions about, you know, why we were in town, and of course I told them that I was investigating the disappearances of the members of the church here. I told them that the other two individuals were there helping me, but they didn't seem to believe us. They were eyeballing us while we were at the bar, and your friends were asking about some ruins to the south of the city. I'm unaware why that's important, but they seemed to think that was important for something you guys were looking into. As we went to leave, the two gentlemen stopped us and continued to question. We kind of pushed past them and was walking away. Yarman got excited about something and ran into a store, and the gentleman caught back up to us again and started questioning us more. They had called over some of their on-duty guard friends, it appears, and as Yarman came back out, they tried to grab us. I was able to push away from them and run down an alley and lose them. But I'm afraid that the city guards had taken them. Though that one with the scar on his cheek, I think he was different than the normal guard. I think he might have been a Hell Rider.
What makes you think he was with the Hell Riders?
I haven't been in this town very long, but I've come to realize that the Hell Riders are a different stock, different quality of soldier than your standard guard. I don't know for sure. I don't know who he was, but that's just the impression I got from him. So,
Kyra, where do the city guard take their what's the word? Prisoners.
they would most likely be kept in the cells beneath the keep.
And do they usually wear the silver and blue?
The normal guards wear blue and silver. The Hell Riders, they have a different outfit. It's more red and gold.
Okay. Does appear that what I'd heard from the general goods store shopkeep, that the guard that did take them was in silver and blue. It's likely they could be at the main keep.
If either of them took them, I would imagine that they would be in the same cells. We haven't heard any other news, so I don't think there's been a trial or anything, or I don't even know what they would try them for. They were just asking questions.
All right.
Can speak with Nathaniel about this if you'd like.
I think that decision is best left to JD, since he had thoughts about the matter. I do have an idea, though, of a way to confirm if they are in the cells. Kyra, I do apologize. Earlier, you saw me when we arrived here that this is not the only face I am able to wear. She did. I was the old man when we showed up.
Yeah, you were an old man. Yep.
Yeah. And to avoid drawing undue attention earlier, I did borrow your appearance. No disrespect intended. It was just judged that a woman of the temple searching for her holy people would be less of import than, well, our ragtag crew. With your permission, I would like to do so again. I made acquaintance with a few of the guards while we were there. They know your face now. Relatively simple individuals. I'd say good-hearted. And I would like to see if they know if our friends are kept in those cells. I would only do so with your blessing, however, or if you'd rather do so yourself, but if it's something you're not comfortable with, I'd be happy to.
So they have my face, these two guards, but not my name?
They know you're from the temple. I honestly don't remember if I said her name. They know you come from the Temple of Anwir.
You did not. You just said that you're from the temple looking for them.
Okay.
Let's see. Roll a persuasion check.
28.
I guess if they already know that I'm looking for, which they would already know that, I've spoken to them about it. So I don't see why that would hurt.
And as I said, it was a matter of necessity to avoid drawing undue attention. And had I realized that the situation would be as complicated as this, I wouldn't have done so without checking with you first, of course. But I think that's an option if we'd like to go forward with that.
I missed what your option was. I just heard you apologizing. Sorry.
I put Kyra's face back on and go talk to George and Barney to see if he'll tell me if the holy men I was looking for are in the cells.
Yeah, it's definitely an option. There is always a risk of them potentially getting a little weary about whoever's asking, considering that they're very suspect of them. Kyra, do you know how long does it usually take for them to do any kind of trial or sentencing or review of somebody? I know this is kind of a weird situation, but generally, how long does that take?
Well, it depends on if the royal family is involved or not. If they're involved, then it's done in secret, and I don't know how quickly, but problems seem to be dealt with, and you never hear about them again. A normal trial would take maybe a week.
Yes, very well. With the disappearances, it could be a little worrisome. I know that there's some very scary information about what these disappearances could be connected to. I think that the best bet may be that we have you check in with the guards, just see if they've heard anything new since we last talked with them. I would probably have to agree with Kyrie on Nathaniel. until we really know what the issue is or what the problem is, we want to make sure we keep things as neat and tidy as possible.
Okay.
If it comes to be that they are set for a normal trial, we could always work on things as we will be invited into the palace and not have to sneak in. Both Kaylin and I have formal dates to the party in 3 days.
Oh, you do?
Yes, we did manage to acquire escort with 2 of the shopkeepers, the blacksmith and the gentleman who owns the magic shop uptown.
You see a smile kind of creep across her face. And she just, you guys are resourceful. I will say that.
Well, sometimes we have better resources than some.
She's
Or
getting
at
to
least
see the
better
Pointed
results.
look at Kaylin.
Or at least better
She-
assets.
Some members of the party have more than ample resources. I'll show myself.
All right. I think it would be best if I went sooner rather than later, and I think it would be best to approach from the direction where I left them.
Maybe I'm assuming you know where JD is, or maybe not, but it would
He
probably
said-
be best that you don't go alone.
He said he shouldn't be far behind us. He said 15 to 20 minutes at the most.
Leonard says, you have invites to the party. That's great. Which shopkeepers had invited you?
So we were invited by the owner of the magic shop, Reynard, and the blacksmith. What was his name again, Kaylin?
I believe it was Verton.
Verton, yes, Verton.
Very generous
Lovely
man,
gentleman.
Burton.
Oh yes, very much so.
I'm not terribly familiar with them, but that is resourceful. I would have to agree with Kyra on that one.
Well, we knew you were looking for a way in. When they had mentioned it, we thought it might be a good opportunity.
I can't help but wonder if what provoked the guards completely, but have you thought about checking it into these ruins to the south of the city? Maybe they are hiding something there that they don't want us to know about.
I'd say our first step would be to confirm, one, if our companions are still alive, and two, where they can be found, and if
Yeah.
they'll be staying alive.
It's a matter of time at this point. We need to gauge whether their life is on a short line or if we have time to play around with. Kyrie, why don't you see if maybe you can find JD? She kind of shakes her head a little bit, and she goes, see if maybe he can follow you again as you try to talk to the guards.
Well, no one has a way of contacting him from a distance, do they? Magically or otherwise.
Unfortunately, I have to see him in order to speak with somebody.
Right. Well, he did suggest that you were going to be coming here or heading back to the tavern. So I would say, how long have we been there at this point?
At the church?
Yeah.
Probably about, goodness. Probably about 10 or 15 minutes.
I'd say if he's not here before much longer, I can go to the tavern and check for him there.
Does anybody else have any way of contacting him?
I'm afraid I don't.
Harry's gonna knock on the top of Huck's head if he's still reading.
To himself, everyone is immortal. He may know that he
Huck.
is going to die, but
Huck
he can never know that he is dead.
knocks on the top of his head harder. Huck,
Yes?
do you have a
was a
way
good
of
wisdom.
contacting JD when he is not in close proximity to us?
JD? JD?
It's so silly to us.
Nothing.
I was gonna say, as far as the group goes, Prugwin and Huck are the only two that can contact JD right now.
I don't know.
I just did.
So as he's doing that, you kind of hear you're getting closer to the church at this point, so you kind of hear him talk to you.
What do you want, Huck?
The first breath is the beginning of no. I already said
Ready.
good men must die, but death cannot kill their names.
Huck, put the book away.
Huck,
Yes?
if you were contacting me to read some scripture from some stupid church, I will shoot you when I find you.
Oh no. There was something wildly important.
Let him know where we are.
We are. Oh, where are we?
The Temple of Anweir, Huck.
We're at the Temple of Anweir.
Very well, I'll be there shortly.
Oh, living in worry invites death.
At which point, like JD like pulls his dog tags off and like puts it in his pocket because he is not listening to that garbage the whole walk.
She's gonna look at Huck for a second and say, Huck, how do you know how you do that?
Do what?
Talk to JD?
Oh, there's some sort of knick-knack or charm. Yes, I'm sure it will come back to me at some point. It's some kind of a JD thing, you know.
Do you have a knick-knack or a charm?
Oh, I have many. Yes. Look here. I have this new bucket. It's new to me.
Yes.
And this book is also new. It's been a busy day.
What about of the magical sort?
It may be best to wait for JD.
Well, I am magical, of course. And I'm pretty sure my stick is. Oh, and I have this other book too. I'm reasonably certain this is magical. My old well, it was not magical enough for him, but I'm pretty sure it's magical.
She's just gonna kind of laugh a little bit and say, "Okay, Huck, it's okay."
It's got like words that move. See?
Ah.
And sometimes I suddenly know something, and there it is, right there in the book.
What does it mean, Huck?
What?
What does it mean?
Well, I'm sure it has something to do with the things I can do, the spells, I guess, because I know some of those. There's ones in here that they're not like always in my consciousness, but I can think about them really hard, and there they are.
She's just gonna kind of giggle a little bit because she knows what it is. She's just gonna like, okay. Anyways,
Some of them are not very encouraging, though. There's like, ones that hurt. I don't want to hurt my friends, you know, but I have ones that my old master taught me. They're great. Yes,
Interesting.
very powerful. I used one not that long ago on a very small individual with the drinks.
Ah,
Did
yes.
you see it?
Yes, that's very useful. You
It was very
know,
good.
Huck, I also have a book.
Yes.
Maybe we could share some of our information?
Yes.
Yes. Just gonna kind of make him a little bit just because he's so excited and she just is feeding into his energy right now.
I find the best way is to make physical contact with your eyeballs to the book. And then you just suddenly know some things. It just happens. I would see my master looking at a book, and he would slowly lower his face and touch the book to his eyeballs. And then he would make loud recitations like
Oh dear.
and then the next day he would use powerful magic.
And at this point,
So-
she's just kind of looking at him like, "Oh, I've got a lot of work to do."
It's a wonderful system. I'm afraid I don't have the gift because it doesn't always work for me. But
You know, I think maybe I could show you a better way, one that you could learn faster.
do tell.
We'll have to take some time to do so, so maybe we can do so later.
Yes.
But we do need to see if Huck is, or if JD is close. We have some very
Well-
pressing matters.
Yes, I mean, life is for the living, death is for the dead. Let life be like music, and death a note unsaid.
Oh,
As
my
Huck
God.
says that, you hear the front door open, and you hear the sound of what sounds like boots on the hardwood floor.
But we can't
And
see him.
that's where we'll stop for this
And
session.
see a very
since it's
disgruntled
after
halfling
12.
that's about to shoot a warforged in the face.
You hear the click. All right, so we'll stop there since it's after midnight, and we're gonna pick up here in 2 weeks.
JD holding a gun on Huck.
Oh no,
Maybe we'll-
I haven't
we'll
pulled my
definitely
gun.
have some
I'm just
combat
very
then.
angry at him right now.
All right, appreciate all of the follows and the raid and all the subs there, and we will pick this one up in
I don't
2
know who did
weeks.
that.
I don't know how to do that at all. So we will pick this up on the 22nd. And I think if you like the D&D stuff, we're going to do what's called After the Roll this coming Thursday, where we just talk about what happened all in this episode. And then next Saturday, the same time slot over on Double Aught Bucks channel. If you want to do a shout out there, Clan, you can see some of us play in a game that he DMs. Same time slot, so 8 p.m. Eastern over on his channel. Other than that, go check out our other players here. Some of them stream and do stuff like that. Very interesting content. We got Lady Chaotic, and Double Up Buck is also streaming some Minecraft and other things. Rican, are you streaming some Destiny? Here and there, as it happens.
When I get a chance to.
When you get a chance. And I think Timmy might have jumped back in and did some stream stuff. I'm not sure. There's
I
some-
haven't yet, but
Thinking
Talk
about
of that,
still
maybe?
works within the coming weeks. Yes.
Gotcha. All right. So, yeah, definitely check that out. Oh, yeah. I was mentioning After Roll. It's at 10:30 p.m. Eastern on Thursday. So, all right. So, anybody else got anything else? No? All right. So, we'll see you guys in one of our next streams. So, bye.
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 Toodles.